Oh, chat. Oh, wait, I think my desktop audio is going to be a little quiet because I turned it down for FNAF World. I think it was at 21. Hold on, I took a picture. Hi, chat. Let me put the camera on. Hi. Oh, wow, I have not adjusted my camera for my room. I forgot that I would need to change that. Okay, hold on. Hi. Ignore the state of things. I am temporarily moved back in at home because it is winter break. There is also no background fish tank noise anymore. It is turned off, and it is it's over there. And it is the quietest thing ever. And I don't quite like it, but it was too loud for the stream. Yeah, no, I have a ton of boxes behind me. Got like my PC stuff on either side. Just ignore all of that. I forgot that would be there. Hi, how's everyone doing today? Let me check what my volume is supposed to be at. I forgot I changed it. All things I should have done before the stream and didn't remember to do until after the starting soon screen, so I couldn't even pretend like I had done it beforehand. What day did I play FNAF World? What day did I turn down the volume? There we go. It was at 13. Oh, okay. It was up here. What? There we go. Hello, hi. So, I said we were gonna do a tier list stream today, and I lied. Because I originally didn't feel like playing Minecraft, and then I suddenly very much felt like playing Minecraft, so we're gonna play Minecraft. I'm not gonna do anything in particular. We updated the server, finally got it updated, so now we can play on it safely, and I've just kind of been messing around and, like, exploring the new world generation, so we're just gonna do that. We're gonna chat about some stuff. Oh, my dumb ass, I didn't do the stream ping. That's what... Hold on. I forgot to ping. I was gonna say, usually we have a couple more regulars who are in here. I was like, is everyone doing okay? My dumb ass. But hi, yes, we are here today. We are playing the block game. I have notifications that I have to do. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait a minute for people to potentially see a ping, because that's on me for forgetting it, but okay, I actually don't know what to talk about to stall. I usually okay, I could just, I'm just gonna hop in the world. Where am I? I think I'm in the basement. Oh, I forgot I have shaders on. So, we are gonna, hopefully this will work fine. Sorry, I was playing mod pack and opened 900 blocks from home. No, that's fair. That's totally fair. I've done that many a time. Okay, where is the Minecraft scene? Okay, hold on. Yeah, what if I did this? That's better at least? Oh no. Oh no, this is a nightmare. I am very slowly sliding my camera on the top of my monitor to try and get myself centered. Because I don't want to change the camera box settings because then I'll have to change them back when I get to my dorm. And I don't want to do that. You got any good sweets this holiday? I know, we just kind of been vibing. I got a couple of, like, Hershey Kisses and stuff, but we've just been chilling. Hello, how are you? We chilling. We're just gonna be chilling today. Hopefully the performance is fine for the game. I don't know, this looks fine. I'm not seeing any frame drops with shaders. Okay, so the reason I've got shaders on is because last year around this time, like middle-ish of December, I built my PC, the one that I'm streaming on, and not only was it the first time I could actually stream, but it was the first time I could use shaders. And I stopped using it, I stopped using shaders after, like, a month or two, and I don't remember why. I think it probably was to stream. I was just afraid it would kind of hurt the frame rate. So I think, because I did turn them off, and I would occasionally turn them back on to take, like, screenshots on Odyssey for my, desktop background, because they look really cool with shaders. But because of that, playing with shaders is like a wintry feeling thing for me now. So in winter we play with shaders. I used to use the Chocopic or Chocopic or whatever they're called shaders, but they don't work for 1.17 and up. I could show you why they don't work. Actually, I could show you right now. I still have them installed. Happy birthday, Quinn's PC. Yeah, I don't even remember what the exact date was that I built. Okay, well, hold on. It's not daytime. I can't show you yet. Oh, also, the cow died. I'm really sad. He fell. I was like vibing, and he fell off the stairs. I'm not happy about it. I say laughing, but. How was your Christmas? Mine was good. We didn't. We usually celebrate on Christmas Eve, but because a lot of members of the family were sick, we didn't want to. We didn't want to like put everyone at risk, so we decided to skip this year. So we just kind of had a fun, like, chill at home Christmas. We watched movies and stuff. It was a good idea. It was a good idea to stay home because it was, we didn't want to get anyone sick, so we just chilled. But this is why I can't use these anymore. I have tried every setting. Oh, wow, cause see, like, that looks fine. That looks really good and lovely, but then you do this. It does kind of look cool, though. Like, it's not really playable. But, like, I could do this. I could still take screenshots like this if I don't look high enough. Yeah, no, these are the... I don't know what's going on over there, but... Bro, even the lighting's dancing in the FNAF world. Let's go. Anyway, oh, it's happening here now, too. Anyway, back to the other shaders. Encanto on Disney Plus, baby. This server is, private. However, like, it's open to my mutuals. Like, if you hit me up, I can get it. It is open to mutuals and, like, people I might chill with, so. But it has to be private because it is, like, a whitelist server. And I also don't know how to make it public anyway. Not quite lightning. Yeah, we just vibing. Ooh, we got... Bro, this is like the winter vibe. You got the Lemon Demon music, the shaders, Minecraft. Yeah, this is it. This is it, chief. I also associate this song with winter, because this is like the peak of when Ronbu was playing it on his streams, was December, during the Dream SMP. Alright, so, I've done a little bit with my base since the last time you've seen it. And by that, I mean we updated the server like 2 days ago, and I've played on it very slightly. Fixed this up, got rid of all of the disasters that were those 3 chests. And then, none of this has changed except for the fact that I moved those into the wall, added some of those over there. And I've started doing this. I don't have enough leather for it yet, though. The Unwise Trust chest is going to contain netherite, because I don't have an ender chest. And also, just because I kind of want, like, all the materials in one place, and I don't want to have to run over to an ender chest to go grab stuff. So, we're gonna hope this server runs more like Hermitcraft rules instead of Dream SMP rules, because if it doesn't, then uh-oh. So, what do I want to do? I need to put things away. I do actually, okay, I have access to an ender chest. I just don't have one myself. What's the Enderman and the boat's name? I don't know if we've named them. They've just been chilling there since, like, day 1. I'm just gonna put these in here for now, because I don't feel like... Sorry, I am really, really tired. Oh! I haven't streamed since it happened. I get to talk about it today. Oh my god, I even knew that going into the stream. And Jordan, I'm good with the name Jordan. We can do that. I was like right before I went live. I was like, oh, I get to talk about this today, and then I forgot. So, I came home from college. So Thursday night, I frantically, instead of packing, I edited that video, the little anniversary duality video I posted, the cute one. I used like a real editing program for the first time and put that all together in like 5.5 hours. It only took so long because I did it all in the wrong like aspect ratio and had to start over. We don't talk about that. So I got like 5 hours of sleep. Spent the next day, we packed up my stuff, we came home. And I went to bed at 1:12 a.m. Because I remember looking at the clock and going, whoa. So it was 1:12 a.m. Not any specific reason for that time. That was just the moment I realized I messed up. So I went to bed. My alarm goes off at 5:45 in the morning. So I get up knowing that I have an event to go to. And the first thing I see when I check my phone is my mods have linked, I think it was Netsu who linked it. Was like, hey yo, people are voting Ronbu Person of the Year. Go crazy, go stupid. Yeah, it was Netsu. Hi Netsu. Wait, was it Netsu? It is, right? I can't even, yes it is, okay. Sorry, I am the kind of person who like never changes my profile picture. So, and I get used to profile pictures, so when someone changes it, I'm like, I've never seen this man before in my life. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'll do that real quick. I didn't realize it was gonna ask me, like, why. And I spent 47 minutes typing out exactly why. Like, I went crazy. I was so tired, and I was like, no, this is my legal obligation as top mod of r/Ronbu and proud viewer since before 3K. I am qualified to write this. And so I did. Are those supposed to be stripped? Are they stripped? They're not. Is that intentional? Did I do that on purpose or did I just mess up? I don't know, actually. I don't think I think they're supposed to be stripped, but I'm gonna leave them. Anyway, so I did that. Now I've got to frantically get ready. I haven't told you what this is for yet. We'll see that. Weakling/J. It hid that message. It hid that message. Okay, so I did that. I start frantically getting ready for this thing. I packed the night before for it. We're ready to go. As I am taking my pills, I'm in the kitchen, and I see the mail truck pull up in front of my house. And I was like, one of the 3 packages I'm expecting? Only really expecting 2 of them, but we'll get into that in a minute. And instead they pull out one of those like plastic, not like, it's almost like more of like the plastic bag envelopes, you know, the ones, not like the blister like bubble things. It's just like plastic wrapping. And I'm like, okay, well it's probably not for me then, cause nothing. And then I was like, I guess the Carl hoodie could fit in there, but I doubt it. And then I was joking to myself and I said, imagine I get the Carl hoodie minutes before Total Drama and before both of my Ron Boom packages. This is a surprise tool that'll help me in like 20 minutes. So, I was there, I was ready to go. I had the front door open waiting for the crew to come pick me up. And I look on the ground and there's a package and it says carljacobs.co. And I'm like, are you fucking for real? So. You better believe I wore this to Total Drama. I mean, I didn't put it on because I, like, literally grabbed it on the way out of the door. But I brought it with me. And what's funny is that I got an email a few days prior. Or, like, right when I ordered it, right? It said, should be expected March 2022. And then I got an email, like, the next day, like, your item has been shipped. And I thought maybe it was kind of, like, just like a mistake, like it wasn't supposed to be shipped yet. Oh my god, is Stall playing? Are we listening to Stall right now? We super are. Okay, anyway. But it came 3 months, about 3 months early. And it's very comfy, and the colors are very vibrant. I was very excited about it. Anyway. None of that is really important to the actual event. Just some prerequisite knowledge to tell you. This is all leading up to the fact that I'm super exhausted, and I haven't recovered from how tired I was, and I cannot get enough sleep. It's just, I'm so tired this way. You could probably see the bags under my eyes. No matter how much I try to sleep, it's like 5 hours, take it or leave it, and then I can't go back to bed. Anyway, so. Bro, If you didn't know I had ADHD, you know I have ADHD now. That's like 10 seconds right there. That's it. That's the evidence. Got your Ronbu merch for Christmas. Nice, nice. I'm still waiting for both the original merch drop and the U2s. The little plushie. I haven't gotten either of them. Also, okay. Little side note to talk about that for a second. So because I'm top mod of r/Ronbu, I have seen every message from every person on the planet going, hey yo, have you guys gotten your Ronbu merch yet? Is Ronbu merch shipped? Did I get scammed? Ronbu merch ? Exclamation point 1 ? Real, not clickbait. Every single message. And the mods and I finally decided to make a pinned post saying, hey yo, we don't know about the merch. Please stop asking. It has not worked. Everyone is still asking about the merch. I promise I don't have any information. I haven't even gotten mine yet. I'm sorry. I just saw my hoodie band. I got it in like 3X. Dude, I got a small. And the extra small was large on a mutual. Like, and I was like, I got a small and I'm a tiny person, so it's gonna be too big. Anyway, so so the event I was going to, my friends did this event. This was my first time participating. It's called, it's Total Drama and then my town name, which I'm not going to say. I'm talking about this very sparingly, like very, very carefully, because I don't want to accidentally dox myself. So we're doing Total Drama, and it's just a bunch of challenges. It's just like the show, except there's not like a sadistic island dude, right? You know, like, so we were just like vibing. And I got the medium and it's like a dress on me. I'm 5'5". Oh no. No. Dude, don't worry, I'm gonna like drown in that jacket when it gets here. Anyway, so I should probably go mining. Oh wait, oh my god, I was gonna do the name. Okay, wait, we're gonna name them Jordan, right? How are we there are a couple different ways to spell Jordan. How do you guys want to do it? I was like, why do I have a name tag? Oh, me when the Pokemon Duel music hits. I feel like it's scaled to Ronbu, medium fits him. I can do J or Dan, actually. It really does seem like it's scaled to him, because even when I was buying it, like, I was measuring myself, I had, like, a tape measure. Or not like one of the tape measures, like, the ones that are metal and sharp, and if you press the button, it comes flying at you, and you feel like you're gonna die. No, it was like one of like the unfoldable tape measures, like for clothing and stuff. And I went like this, with like for the arm length. And I went like down here, and I was like, it's all too big, and I think it's gonna stand by that. I'm just being double Ronbu with Phil's hoodie. I actually do not. I don't know if I've ever like thought about it, but I'm sure there's a huge difference. But okay, so anyway, so we're doing Total Drama, and we're on different teams and stuff, and we were all gonna carpool, like, or not all of us, but like there were a couple different people driving, so that we could reduce the number of cars in the driveway. And okay, and there was the night before, or a few nights before, there was a message, and it was like, if you make the drivers wait more than 5 minutes, your team will get a penalty. This is a surprise tool that'll help us in a minute here. So, one of my teammates, Adam, and I live on the same street, like 4 houses down. So, as I'm standing by my front door waiting for them to come, I get a call from my friend Molly, and they go, listen, Adam isn't even awake yet. But they said they will reduce the penalty if you walk down here and get in the car. And I was like, okay. So I walked the 4 seconds to the car. We ended up standing out and like T-posing in front of this house until he came out. But we get there. Oh my god, I could just talk about Total Drama was so much fun. Okay, so let me get ready to go on a mining trip so I'm not just running around in circles. I need more food. Never mind, I've got plenty. I've literally got another sack of potatoes right here. What else do I need for... I'm pretty sure this is it. You know, I'm not even gonna bring the boat, because if I don't need it, it'll suck. If I need one, then I'll just make one. Oh well, but I don't know, is 12 logs enough? No, I don't think 12 logs is enough. I'm gonna get more. How long have you been watching the SMP? Since the beginning. I started watching sometime in June or July, but I watched from the beginning. So, like, while they were streaming in June and July, I was watching the streams from April and May. I caught up right after the L'Manberg War. So, like, at the time that the original, like, saddest animatic ends was, like, right when I started watching. But I had gotten all of the context before that. So technically I watched it since the beginning. So that's why I do, like, the summaries and stuff, because I've got all the inside information. I'm one of the rare few who remembers the Dreamin' Hunters. Like, it's a lot. But so, am I good? No, it came down for more logs. Why do I have a ping? I have a message. Oh, wait. Yes. Yes. Okay. I will add you in a little bit here. Sorry, I'm so bad at, like, checking DMs. Okay. So, while we adventure and go find, should I get more food? I'll grab more food on the way out. So, we are in the car. We finally get Adam. We get over there, and we're all starts. We're all handed note. Bro, are you doing okay? Homie, you good? I wonder, is the server doing okay? Hold on. Yeah, I don't have any messages saying the server's having trouble, so that B's just he's just kind of doing his own thing. I miss the Dreamin' Hunters. I miss them very much. Dude, trust me, I love the Dreamin' Hunters. And, ooh, can I say more? I don't think I can say more. I think that has to be the end of that sentence. Anyway, so, oh, it's funny, I wonder if any of my mutuals who know what I'm talking about are in chat, because if not, that's just hilarious. All of you are confused. Anyway, so, well, I wonder, there's gotta be, like, an anyway counter. How many times have I said anyway so far on this stream? So, we get over there, we all are handed note cards with some answers to, like, a little survey thing we filled out. And we're in our teams. And the thing about it is, out of the players, I only know 2 other players. Like, I've met a few of the other people before, but, like, only once. So, 2 of my teammates were Molly and Adam, and those are both my friends. And everyone else is either a complete stranger to me or someone I'd met maybe once or twice. So, we're introducing their 2 teams of 6, and then a lot of my friends were the interns, like, the staff. So, while I didn't know many of the players, I knew most of the people, like, in charge. So we were, like, vibing. We get our note cards with answers we had written, about, like, on, like, a survey. And so we start going around in a circle, like, memorizing each other's answers, thinking it's gonna be, like, a team-building activity, and it's, like, whoever can remember the most about their team. And after we do this for, like, 10 minutes, Max goes, okay, good news. You don't have to remember your teammates' stuff. And we're like, okay, sick. It's like, you have to remember the other team's stuff. So we ended up the first challenge wasn't going to eliminate anybody, because it was just going to be like a get used to it run, except both teams got 100%, so it didn't matter anyway. But this is not new generation. It's definitely not. No, there's a cobblestone here. I wonder if it was me who explored this. Anyway, we really do need an anyway counter, don't we? So we had that. However, because we had a team penalty, the other team did get 1 free, like, answer set, but we still ended up tying anyway. So the first challenge that we had after that was a series of, like, different video game challenges. And we were steamrolling at the beginning. We killed Quiplash. I got a Quiplash with the phrase "your mom." I put the words "your mom" in, and I quipped. Anyway, the other answer I gave was also Bing. It was like someone's most embarrassing Google search, and I said Bing, and everyone thought that was funny. I almost quipped with that one. But we were steamrolling. and it looked like we were about to sweep. We were 2 for 2. We crushed Quiplash. We absolutely obliterated Wii Bowling. Even I got a strike on Wii Bowling. I haven't touched Wii Bowling in like 15 years. Has Wii Bowling been out for 15 years? It's probably been at least 10 years since I played it. Anyway, we were steamrolling. And then game 3 hit, and it started a chain of events that would last the entirety of the weekend. We lost a game, and then we lost another game, and then we lost a third game, and suddenly we had to eliminate somebody. That somebody was not me, but funnily enough, before we started, I was telling the joke about being like the self-sacrifice character because it's not a joke and it's true. And, I was jokingly like, is that applicable? And Max was like, yeah. And so I was like, uh-oh. But I didn't vote myself out because I did somewhat well, and I didn't want to just vote myself off for the sake of voting myself off. Person I ended up voting, I literally just, like, chose random between 2 people, because I didn't really want to. They didn't end up getting voted off, so I didn't feel as bad. We start the next challenge, and it's like beer pong, except you throw the ping pong balls into cups of water, and then based on the symbol on the bottom, you have to do a different challenge. And we were garbage at that. None of us could land any of the shots, and we also had a disadvantage because we were further away from the table because we had lost the previous challenge. And we blew it. We were really bad. Actually, no, I was really bad. My team was fine. And at that one, I did vote myself off because I was genuinely the worst performing on the team, and I didn't feel like anyone else deserved to be voted off, and I was out. So I got voted off, but this didn't necessarily have to be the end of my journey, and it wasn't the end of my journey. So because I was out, I kind of got, like, some of the inside information, so it was really fun knowing what was going to happen, because I wasn't, like, a participant anymore. The next challenge involved, like, guessing the names of songs, and then based on your placement in that, it would help with the next part of the challenge. My team did not win that one, and the second part of the challenge was Pictionary. And they were not good at guessing. And so I'm watching them, like, I'm so desperately like, come on guys, you got this. They don't got this. They had to eliminate a third person off. So now it's 3 versus 6. It's 3 versus 6. We had a few more challenges for the night. The next one, what was after that? Oh, the next one was like another gauntlet of challenges, like the video game thing, except it was like physical challenges. One of them was Face the Cookie, you know, the game for a minute to win it, where you put the Oreo on your face and you have to get it in your mouth without using your hands. That game. There was a bunch of stuff like that. There was like a Don't Let the Balloon Touch the Floor type beat. And our team was doing really well. Until they weren't. And we lost a 4th person. And the thing is, what sucked is that in all these challenges, we would start off pretty good, like really good, and then it would all go wrong somewhere in the middle. We don't know what happened. It was like a curse. It was objectively very funny though. So yeah, now the teams are 2-6, but it is the revival round. Somebody gets added back in. Now, I thought that they were going to choose who they wanted back on, but turns out it was a 1 in 4 chance. So I'd already accepted the fact that I wasn't going to get back in, but I secretly was hoping that I was. And then he looks at me dead in the eye and is like, you ready? And I'm like, so we get back in. And we have to build a gingerbread house. However, because I had just been brought back in, I could not be eliminated. And you wouldn't believe this. We lost. So now I had a choice to make between the 2 remaining teammates who also happened to be my 2 friends that I mentioned at the beginning, the 2 people I knew. Yeah. Our gingerbread house, worth mentioning, was an orphan. It was, like, falling apart, and so one of us was just like, what if we made it an orphanage so that there's a reason it's falling apart? And then I got a marker and wrote orphanage on it. It was honestly very, this is actually really good to know. Okay. It was hilarious, though. we lost. And I had to vote somebody out, and I was having a really difficult time voting someone out. Until Adam was like, Molly, you and I should just vote each other so that she has to make the difficult decision. I said, you just solidified, you're out, that's it, you lost. He was also really tired and wanted to go to bed, so like, fair. So, day 2. We are now down, wow. Do I need her? No, I don't. We're now down, once again, we're 2-6. However, this is the end of the team portion. Everything else from now on is, like, individuals. Didn't go well, so, I also want to say I was stealing this, because I don't know where the fortress is, and I would like this, even though I can't use it. This is not how this is supposed to look, I don't think. I want to say also that this whole event was a blast. Our team was just really not doing well. Like, we scuffed it. The event itself was insanely fun. But the next challenge in the morning, after we woke up, wow, I found more diamonds in this village than I do in, like, a normal mining run. I found 1 diamond the other day. 1. A whole mining run, I found 1 single diamond, and it wasn't even 1.18 generation either. I was still in an old cave. Didn't when we were having fun, poggers. Yeah, no, it was super fun. And I love how this looks at the shaders too, by the way. This is so cool. We were having a blast. Next challenge the next day. We got hardly any sleep again. And that's okay. Next challenge. What was the first challenge of the day? What was the first? I think the first one was we had to not only, like, guess the names of songs. Oh, right. This is the part I got really pissed at. Okay, hold on. We had songs are playing, we had to guess the name and or artists. And Darude Sandstorm played, so I wrote Darude Sandstorm, and I didn't get the points because I didn't write Darude-Sandstorm. I know it's Sandstorm by Darude, but nobody fucking says that. Everyone says Darude Sandstorm. And then I gave the example of, like, dude, you don't say Africa by Toto, you say Toto Africa, and nobody agreed with me, which means I was in the wrong dimension. So, I still don't get that. Anyway, our placement in that challenge determined something for the next challenge, and it was we had to make, like, a JoJo stand with one of the song titles. I have not seen the show. I very vaguely know what that means. I knew I had to create a thing. I knew I had to create something, but I didn't, like, know what. I chose the song title Stacy's Mom and just went crazy. Somehow got 2nd place. Is this a new generation? This super isn't. Somehow got 2nd place. Don't know how that happened. So, I was sitting there, like, dumbfounded at the fact that I wasn't out. And earlier, I had asked a question, I had asked something about Gravity Falls, because, you know, I'm the Gravity Falls fanatic. And Max was like, okay, we're doing something with, like, codes and puzzles later, so you might like that. And I was like, sick, gang. So he's like, okay. After the elimination, he's like, bad news. Carl has gone missing. And he's like, so you're basically gonna do, like, an escape room, and I was like, I fucking went crazy. And he was like, if you find Carl on accident, no, you didn't. So we do this whole escape room, it was fun. The first thing had to do with, like, a Beyblade tournament, and none of us fucking knew what we were doing, and we happened to win on accident. And then the next thing was, we had to unlock a lock, and Noel starts trying to, like, brute force it, and I literally read the clue, and I said, it's the numbers of disk drivers and, like, layers, or whatever the fucking middle part's called, in the box. And that was the correct answer, and I got it unlocked immediately. And there were some other things, we did this whole, it was like a fun group effort. And then we had to eliminate somebody. But we all, as a group, got to choose, oh, I am using shaders. Hi, Koibi. I'm using the BSL shaders right now, that's what they're called, right? That's okay, I'll draw in a little bit, that's fine. Yes. Sorry, I haven't been, like, looking in chat as much, because I've just been, like, ADHD rambling this whole thing. Oh, speaking of codes and ciphers and stuff, in the challenges from early, this is new, no, it's not. in the challenges from earlier, the ones I was talking about with, like, the face of the cookie and the balloon thing, one of them was they had to decode A1Z26. And they got to redo that one because this is new generation for sure, though. Our team had, like, a benefit because we had come in last so many times. They were like, okay, here's a thing. They got to redo the first challenge if they didn't win. So they redid it. And I was decoding it along with them just for fun. I wasn't helping, but I was doing it on the sidelines. Because, I mean, I've seen Gravity Falls. I know A1Z26. It's not a very hard cipher. I'm sitting there. And I decode it. And the first word is the. And then I genuinely gasped and said, I can't believe you do that to them. And then you see everyone as they turn their thing and you see them all go. The phrase was the game. I didn't even have to decode the second word. I saw the and knew exactly what the next word was gonna be. Anyway, so not related to this next part. Just something I wanted to mention. We as a group we got to decide who was immune from being eliminated, and then we all had to eliminate somebody. And the staff also and eliminated players also got to vote. And it turned out to be a tie, so they had to call 2 people back in to break the tie. And I later found out that the reason I didn't get voted out here was because the person who broke the tie knew that I was really excited for the next challenge. And I was like, bro, that hit so different. But, the next one was Jeopardy. And we all did pretty garbage. We all thought we were gonna do great. We didn't. I ended up getting... The first part before that was, we had to guess jelly bean flavors. Like, blind taste test jelly beans. And I got the highest points in there, so I got the advantage. I got to go first in Jeopardy. And I still lost. But I did get 800 points by being the only person who knew that the 10th element was neon. So that was kind of fun. I kind of screamed over that. I was really excited. Anyway, so Molly and I both got voted out here because it was like a, 2 in, 2 out type deal. So now everyone who had been eliminated previously gets to choose somebody they're rooting for. And they get to help with the next challenges. And unfortunately, the friend that we were rooting for didn't end up winning. But we all had such a blast. And the last challenge, the final, was like the ping pong challenge from before, except it was just 2v2 beer pong type thing. And it got really close. It was like neck and neck. And the team we were rooting for ended up losing. And one of the staff was like, no, redemption shot. And Max was like, no, we're not doing redemption shots. And then just for fun, one of them shoots the ping pong ball and it gets into the cup. And we all look at each other. And I looked at Max and I said, make it interesting. So then Anthony, who was the person who had effectively just won, said, no, wait. If they get this next shot, we're tied. And we have to do a tiebreaker. And unfortunately, they didn't get it, but it was so close to being, like, the most nail-biting finale. It was so much fun, though. We went to IHOP afterwards, and we were kind of menaces, but not on purpose. It was just there were 13 of us at a pancake place at 9 p.m. It was kind of a thing. But it was so fun. I didn't explain any of it well. But just imagine going absolutely... You know when the teacher leaves the classroom and everyone goes crazy? Imagine that, but you're at your friend's house and you're doing random shit and also screaming. It was the most fun thing ever. Yeah, that was that. I didn't expect this explanation to take so long, but I went into a lot more detail than I expected. And now here we are. Time to read up on chat and hopefully not get killed by a random ass creeper. Dream and Hunters gang. Dream to have a redemption arc using what happened in the Dream and Hunters. I personally love the Dream and theory. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that theory. A lot of people don't like it. They think it, invalidates what Dream did. And I think that's not true, because I made a whole video analysis on this. I did, a little video essay short, on TikTok. And I said that it seems like it would, but it wouldn't, because even if they found out it was a Dreamin' possessing him the whole time, do you think any of them would ever trust him again, either way? They never would. He would have to deal with the consequences of his actions, even though they weren't his. I think that's almost better, but whatever. I'm the crazy dreaming lady, so I'm probably biased. Yeah, your mom is all powerful. It is. I'm still surprised that I won with your mom. That was a good one. Bolt Wars based plot. This was so good and reminded me of old AFMO. Dude, Bolt Wars, I was literally listening to the Bolt Wars theme on repeat for like an hour before I started stream. I love that. The most intense moments. You're a bad thing. Dream did was Tommy XL arc. I could argue that. I can make a huge case for why Dream wasn't that bad. I couldn't. He's still done shit. Definitely, for sure. However, I am really like a genuine believer in the Dreamin' theory. Cause, right, that was October 7th, 2020. I know that because there were only 2 Dreamin' Hunter streams, and they were October 7th and 14th. And then it was over, so I know exactly what date it happened. Where they were like, yeah, we might have accidentally gotten rid of Dream instead of the Dreamin', whoa, and then forgot about that. Before that moment, Dream had not really been the villain. Sure, he had been the opposing side in a war, but it was a war. Both sides were fighting. Not saying that he was in the right, but he wasn't, like, the villain, you know? I mean, he was, like, the villain, but he wasn't, like, totally evil. He was, you know, the opposition. And then, Pogtopia stuff hit, and suddenly, he went from helping to making things worse. And I was like, huh, really interesting that that happened after the whole Dreamin' thing. That's so crazy. So I do genuinely believe the Dreamin' theory, however, that doesn't remove him from being wrong. Like, he still has done shit. Like, the Exile arc, yeah. Then, on top of that, just general gaslighting and stuff, does all the time. Including, like, right now, he's super messing with Tommy. He's gotten people killed. Oh, yes, another mine shaft. Okay. He's gotten people killed, he has killed people. He has done a lot of shit, and it's never been for any justifiable reason. I could not make an argument that he isn't that bad. I wouldn't be able to agree with you on that one. I want Bolt Wars back. I miss Ranbu being a little brat. He wasn't a little brat. He wasn't a brat. He was just so innocent that he didn't understand that everything he was doing was, like, causing a problem. He was really just vibing. He wanted to just play with levers, and that was it. He was just a darling lad. Dude, Bolt Wars Ranbu is my favorite Ranbu character. And you can quote me on that. That has been the truth since Bolt Wars started. That's a lad. He's S+ tier. I love that guy. So I want to believe that Ranbu's half Dreamin' or something to do with the Dreamin' bit because of the Enderwalk. Dude, the half Dreamin' theory, I wanted that so bad. I don't think it's true, but I would love it. Give them another reason, especially because Tubbo founded the Dreamin' Hunters. And they're husbands, so that would be really fun. Speaking of, I know I talk about this every time I talk about the Dreamin' Hunters. I bring this up. You guys are sick of this by now, I'm sure. But I will never miss an opportunity to remind everybody that the Eggpire arc is canonically in universe all because of the Dreamin' Hunters. I'm just saying. People aren't ready to have that conversation, but it is the truth. It's just a fact. That's not even, like, objective or an opinion either. That's canonically what happened. Honestly, dude, pop off with your things. I laughed so fast that I started coughing. Okay. We're good. You should also hydrate. Whether or not you just choked on absolutely nothing, you should have water anyway. Also, late night Ranbu stream from ages ago. Dream and Ranbu confirmed that in the final disc war, they did eye each other down while Dream was being taken away. They did, however, Ranbu was Ewok the whole time. However, one thing I found, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, one thing I totally forgot I haven't mentioned in a long time. The fact that, while it was confirmed that Ranbu was Enderwalking the whole time, when he started to remember the event, he remembered things he wasn't there for. He remembered when Dream was saying, like, if I have the things people care about, I can control everybody. He wasn't there when Dream said that. And I still, thank you for reminding me. I'll talk about that later. I'll make a video about that. Thank you for reminding me. That is a really interesting fact I forgot about. But yeah, no, there was that stream. Yeah, he found the portal that they took to get there. And he started quoting everything Dream was saying. But none of that happened after he got there. Enderwalk or not, he wasn't there yet. And that is so ultra interesting to me. Honestly, the Dream SMP plot is so much fun. And I wish they would do more lore. This year, honestly, I've determined that one of the reasons 2021 felt so short was because there wasn't much Dream SMP lore, as opposed to the few months of 2020 that there was lore. Had more lore than they did all of this year, and I feel like that's why it felt so short, especially, especially for all of us. Because they were definitely, like, they had reasons they couldn't do lore, I totally get that, but because there was less of it, everything felt faster. Like, if you tell me that the Manberg Festival was over a year ago, I believe you, because it's true. But you tell me that the second festival, the new Manberg Festival, you tell me that was almost a year ago, I can't believe you. You telling me the first Panic Room scene and the day I almost lost my shit at character Quackity, you're telling me that was a year ago? I just can't handle that information. And even the Star Puns was still siding with Dream. Oh my god, yeah, for sure, and I love that, because I do like the idea of him still just being like, yeah, I'm still gonna do this anyway, despite what I was paid, because I think it's interesting. That brings me into, I talked about the other day, I really, really, really love the concept of Aaron being a Dream apologist, because Aaron wasn't there when Dream did everything. So all he has is the word of mouth from everybody else. And why are there so many? Anyway, I've never seen this many, like, arches. All he has is the word of mouth of everybody else, and almost everyone on the server agrees that Dream wasn't wrong. So Aaron should have no reason to believe otherwise. So I am personally hoping that the reason Aaron idolizes Dream so much is because they know each other from the past. I'm pulling through for that. That is one of my never doubt me things I want to actually be right. That is a prediction I'm genuinely banking on here. Like, that one I really want. There are some of my predictions I make as jokes, some of them I make seriously, and this is one of the latter. I like that a lot. Aaron is a chaotic little shit, and I love him. Oh my god, I love Aaron. I still haven't actually gotten to see any of Aaron's lore streams. They just are always, it's just like Foolish's streams, which I'll talk about XD and Foolish in a second. Foolish's streams, wait, it's the 26th, why are these still present boxes? I just realized this, aren't those, isn't that only supposed to be in the 24th and 5th? I will take a Silk Touch book any day, thank you. Anyway. Yeah, I haven't gotten to see Aaron's streams, because, they're never live, like, when I can watch. Same happens with Foolish. Every time I watch Foolish's content, I'm like, oh my god, I need to watch Foolish more often, he's so funny. And then I never can, because he streams at, like, 10 a.m. my time zone. Like, why? Why do you do that? I'm not even awake yet. Aaron is a fourth wall breaker. I love that. I think, okay, in terms of fourth wall breaking, I think it's funny if it works for the character. Like, Techno with the voices, he gets the most leniency because the bits he does, the voices in chat are funny. However, I do get frustrated with anybody who has a canon chat if they interact too much during lore with chat. I don't like when people mention the fact that it's Minecraft. It breaks my immersion. But I do like the canon chat stuff. There are four members that have a canon chat. It's Boreal and Boomer, right? Does anyone else have a canon chat? It's just those four, right? Ronbu, Techno, Phil, and Boomer have canon chats, and I think that's it. Like, they get a pass, but not if they overdo it. One thing that has always bothered me is Tommy getting outside and Tommy, like, metagames the Dream SMP. He doesn't do it much anymore, but he used to. Like, the reason he found Techno's house last year, wow, that was a full year ago. That was an entire year ago. That was beginning of December, or middle of December. The reason he even found Techno's house was because he looked at chat for the coordinates. Like he even asked chat, and like, he shouldn't have that information. It's funny, but it does ruin the immersion a little bit. Ramba gets an exemption because we his little particles. We are his little particles. He gets a super exception because he only like interacts with the particles when necessary for the lore, or like when it doesn't harm the lore. I just don't like when characters who don't have canon chats get information from non-canon chats, or when characters who do have canon chats overuse them. Ranbu has never done that. Never done either of those things. I think that's probably one of the reasons they referred to him as the lore police that one time. Trust me, honey, if he's the lore police, I'm the lore judge, jury, and executioner. Tommy's gotten a little better at acting. It reminded me of Rambu's Halloween stream. No, actually, I would prefer if you didn't. Dude, that fucking... Okay, that was actually really funny, because I watched that stream most of it the next day, because I couldn't watch it when it happened. I watched it the next day. And... so I didn't know. But when you can actually see this if you scroll back far enough. Would have been like October 26th maybe? No, it would have been October 28th. Okay, sorry, I know the exact date because it was the anniversary the day I started watching Ranbu's content. I already checked this one. Cause I remember, okay, it was really funny. I recorded the videos I posted for like the Ranbu, like my watch time anniversary. And then I recorded another video after that I drafted, and I'm so glad I drafted it because that was also the same day that I found out the Dream had been like, yeah, we're gonna add a small creator to the SMP. It was a wild day. The 28th was a wild fucking ride. Anyway, there was a reason I was going on this tangent. Oh, Tommy, right. Okay, so I was watching that Halloween stream, and you can see the moment, if you scroll back far enough in the stream discussion channel on my Discord server. Oh my god, I never added the server link back to my link tree. Whoops, I'll do that sometime. If you scroll back far enough, you can see the moment between me going like, haha, they're all teaming up, to jokingly lock him outside for a second, to me going, why haven't they let him back in yet? And then when he comes back in and he's completely deadpan, I was genuinely scared because the emotion he was acting, he's always been a great actor, but I had no reason to suspect that he was acting in this moment. And the emotion he was portraying is something I've felt before, and it made me so anxious because I was like, oh my god, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me this kid is having to go through the shit I've gone through. And I was so nervous because the one who's always like the loudest, laughing the hardest, making the most jokes, didn't even crack a single smile at anybody else's jokes for like a solid 10 minutes. Dead stare. And I felt it because I've been there before. And it genuinely, like, scared me. Like, it freaked me out. And then everyone in the Discord server was like, no, they're suspecting it's like an ARG thing. It's okay, he's chill, he's fine. And then the video I recorded that I never ended up posting was me being like, ayo, if this is an ARG, please don't expect me to talk about it, because that threw me for a loop, dude. That sent me to another dimension. I can't do this. But yeah, because I don't think I would have reacted as harshly to it if it wasn't something I had felt before. But it's like something you never want. It's an emotion you never want to feel. If you don't understand, like, exactly what I'm talking about, you might have, like, a slight idea of what I mean, but if you didn't, like, feel it while watching that, then you don't understand, like, how genuinely, like, especially for a creator that is a kid, and a creator I have cared about for a while, you know, obviously I care about the streamers I watch, you know? Like, not, like, in a personal way, but, you know, obviously, like, I'm gonna hope they're doing okay. And so to see that combination of streamer I watch plus is also a child plus is doing, or is potentially feeling this awful thing I've felt before, I was so nervous. It was like, dude, it was so nerve-wracking. Like, you can see the moment between me being like, haha, and then me being like, where is he? Why? What is happening? Was he okay? Like, it's really, in hindsight, it's really, my reaction is really funny, because you can see it, it's like this, but, yeah. Underlying sense of dread and fear. Oh my god, mine wasn't even underlying, it was very active, it was an active sense of dread and fear. But, dude, that was a wild ride. He has always been a great actor, but that especially, being able to, the thing that concerned me the most and made it feel so real was the fact that everyone else, there were 6 other people in that room, if you include Serena behind the camera, who was also making jokes. Just because they weren't on camera doesn't mean they weren't there, they were also making jokes. And he didn't even smirk at anything. And that's what scared me. Because I know he's great at acting, but I had no reason to suspect that he was. So I was so nervous. I felt the anxiety of asking for help. Oh my god, yeah, no, like, yeah. No, that's fair. Oh, jeez, it was just... I thought Tommy Fallon was too embarrassed to admit it. Oh, no, I could tell that it was, like, this emotion, this very specific... This doesn't fit the mood at all. This is definitely a shift. But yeah, no, that made me nervous. I'm glad to find out that not only was it fake, but it also wasn't part of an ARG, because then people would expect me to talk about it, and I wouldn't be able to, because I wouldn't be able to move past it, like, that one part of it. So I'm glad it was just haha messing around, funny joke, doing a little bit of trolling. I was very relieved to find that out. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent on that one. But I did get very nervous in that moment. That's like, oh, that's all real too. None of that's exaggerated. I was genuinely very, very, very nervous. Change topics, favorite Ronbu headcanon. Oh, I definitely have one, but I can't think of it. Oh, give me a bit. I'll probably, like, middle of another conversation, I'll, like, suddenly remember. Because there definitely is one in particular that I like, and I just cannot think of it off the top of my head. Me when I'm a big shot. Me when it's my chance to be a big shot. Though he doesn't remember his real name, so he calls himself Ronbu. I also like that. That is sweet. I do like that. Headcanon, Ronbu is a big shot. I like the idea that he has cat traits. Me too. There's like one specific, hold on, it's like on the tip of my tongue. There's one specific thing that I headcanon more than anything else. And I just cannot remember what it is. I will get back to you on that one. I've been there before. I don't know. Topaz. Yes. The paws. I do like the paws. I like the rings on, like, the horns. I like that he and Tubba both do that. That's never been confirmed canon, but it just kind of is canon at this point. Whether or not they say it is, it just is. Like, they can't go back on that. The fans made that one real. Has to be canon now. It's the law. Toe beans and making biscuits in the early morning. What other topics? I've got a lot of energy because so one thing that happens with me is if I get very tired, it eventually does like a negative overflow and becomes a ton of energy. And I'm in that period right now. The period of I can't shut up. Which I guess is good for streaming, but also, what was... I'm live. Okay. Hi, thank you. I've been thrown a Hershey bar. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so... What was I saying? What did I... My music stopped, first of all. Don't do that. What was I saying? What did I say? Oh, I was reading chat. Also, Wilbur's just 90% of the BS and the lore changed my mind. Oh my god, he is. Yeah, no, he is. You know, one thing, I was thinking about this earlier, one thing I would love to ask is, when Wilbur was added to the SMP, did he go, hey, I'm thinking about doing some story elements, is that alright? Or did he just fucking do it? I've gotta know. Because the Dream SMP was not originally lore. For the first, like, 2 months, the only lore that had happened was Sapnap accidentally killing Spirit, and then they did, like, a little trial. And that's actually what got me into the SMP. I knew that they were doing an SMP, and I knew I had wanted to watch it, but I hadn't gotten around to it yet until I saw a clip, and it was like, Sapnap on trial for killing Dream's horse. I was like, holy shit, is there lore? And that's when I started watching. I bet he just did it. Oh, yeah, no, I feel like he definitely did just do it. There's a crow thing, plus the refrigerator equals Wilbur, human Wilbur, plus the salmon equals Spundy. A fox. No matter how much he's like, no, Sally was actually a salmon, not a shapeshifter. I will refuse to believe that. It just doesn't check. It just doesn't check. It just doesn't add up. I've done the math and it doesn't add up. So Fundy and Dream have a canon child. Do they, Do they really? Wait, really? I actually didn't know that. I do remember the whole, like, Dream and Fundy wedding arc was multiple times, they were like, guys, that's not canon, even though it literally became canon for the Dreamin' Hunters, and they can't dismiss the Dreamin' Hunters, because if they dismiss the Dreamin' Hunters, then the egg is also gone. You can't retcon the Dreamin' Hunters, therefore you can't retcon the wedding arc, therefore, L, plus ratio. Added the same pregnant Wilbur. No, it would have to be the other way around. It would have to, hold on. The Dream SMP has some, like, Homestuck family tree shit going on, for real. That's actually, that's how I started watching Canary's content. They did, like, the family tree stuff. And have also read Homestuck. So, one thing Canary and I have in common is the fact that our usernames are both chum handles. And if you know what that means, you will never be able to unsee it. Literally last night, while I was trying to take a nap, which didn't work even though I'm exhausted, I was laying awake and I was like, should I change the capitalization of my username to make it not... Why are there so many spawners? I was thinking, I was trying to fall asleep, I was like, should I change the capitalization of my username to make it not a chum handle? And I will say I am considering it. Even though it's kind of iconic at this point, I have considered. I feel like this lag is gonna get me killed. Michelle is Buffy's child, yeah. Will said he gave birth to Fundy. Did he really? Oh yeah, he did. There's Michael, Rondu, and Tubbo, Dream and Fundy, Yogurt. Yogurt is canonically Dream's child? I didn't know that. I thought Yogurt was just like... I thought Yogurt was like a shroud situation of them, or I guess Michael as well, to them just finding someone and being like, oh, you're my kid now. What if... It blocked you for saying he's still a baby. What? Twitch is having a time right now with banning phrases. I can't talk about a very common type of food, because I will get in trouble if I do. That's why that bit of Schlatt pulling out all the boxes on stream was hilarious. I didn't actually see the stream live, but I did see the clip. And he just kept pulling out, it was like Triscuits and like saltines, and he's like, how he's throwing them? That was really I found out about that at Total Drama as well, that you can't say... If I spell a word in Caesar cipher, does that count? I'm gonna experiment here with the very appropriate "You're About to Die" Pokemon Duel music. This is the music that plays when you're about to lose. I'm gonna play the song again specifically for this thought process. So, if I were to say FUDFNHU, would I get in trouble? you. Yeah, do I get in trouble if I do that? Because technically I didn't say the word. I would never use that to say something actually bad, but the word they banned is kind of stupid. Shit, that was almost really awful. Oh no. How did you give birth to an MCC and was debate whether it was George or Bundy? Okay, I don't think that's what happened. MCC 11 was a fucking wild ride, though. I know exactly what you're talking about. Wait, that was MCC 11, right? Or, no, maybe that was a different... Was it the same? No, it was MCC 11, right? I got the stupid MCC stuff. I love MCC being I love the headcanon of Scott just coming over because Scott has said that MCC is canon to all the SMPs. I do love the idea of him just going around and I think it was he himself who said it, smash invitations. Like, he just goes around and nabs everybody for this event every once in a while. That's what I said. It was like Mario Party and Mario Kart. That was my original thing as well. That's what I thought too, because it's like all the enemies teaming up to play some games together. I said Mario Kart. They said Smash, which is also, I guess, fair, but I also agree it's more like Mario Kart than anything. Thank you for sharing this, the sentiment. It's like Smash with the invitations, but Mario Kart with the actual structure. That is my compromise. Go, 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 go. Light up the area, light up the area. They can't get you. Lit up. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Doesn't mean there aren't still some spawned, but we'll deal with that later. Never mind, it looks like it's later. Looks like later is right now o'clock, because we are at a dead end, I think. It's like the headcanon, this is genuine acting, and they all have a blast on set. That is one of my favorite AUs. I love that. I love that with any show, especially Dream SMP. I saw one, I don't remember who the artist was. I saw it a long time ago, and then I saw it again recently, because someone else had done, like, an actor's AU, and I clicked on the tag and found an old one. But it was, like, it was talking about, like, an explosion scene, and that Alex Quackity, like, walked on set and found out, like, that day that he was gonna be, hold on, let me see if I can actually, I'm gonna log out for a second, let me see if I can actually find the artist of that one, because that one's really funny. You gotta give credit where credit is due. That was also a huge sticking point on r/Ronbu. The rule that we have set is that if you post art that isn't yours, you have to have the artist's permission, and people don't seem to get that. They're like, here's the thing I saw. Cool. Did they say you could do that? No? Uh-oh. Okay, actors AU. Okay, hold on. Damn, I actually can't find the one that I was looking at. Hold on. Wait, I might have found it. No. Damn it. Okay, I actually can't find the one I was talking about. Wait. Yeah, no, okay, I can't find the one I was talking about. That's a damn shame. It was really funny. Oh, new Room of Swords update. Let's fucking go. If there's ever one stream that I can stay on topic for the whole stream, or, like, without get through an entire topic without getting interrupted by me just getting distracted, I will buy a lottery ticket that day. You can hold me to that. If I ever get through an entire topic without getting distracted, I will buy a lottery ticket that day, because that would be a miracle. Actors AU is one of the few AUs I like. I like actors AUs a lot. I also like, I do like the superhero, like, vigilante AUs a lot. Also, Bishop's knife trick specifically. This is so good. Wow, house? Like, what kind of back rooms? Okay, we chillin', Petri, I ramble just as much. No, like, I guess, you should see how many videos I have to restart completely, because I don't stop rambling. I have re-recorded videos, like, I've recorded videos multiple times, like, the same video multiple times, because I can't stay on topic. Or, like, I just ramble too much. I have to do that very frequently. I've recently decided that I want to make an alt TikTok account for my dumb stuff that isn't really DSMP related, or is, but isn't, like, important, and for, just, like, random tangents. If you had a limbo, what would it be? Oh! I can't actually say. So, I have a character I refer to as Wither Quinn, and it was just a few months ago. What happened was one of my subs asked me if I could create a custom origin for the Origins mod, what it would be, and I said Wither Skeleton because I think nether mobs are rad, and the Blaze already got its attention, so it was my turn to have cool Wither Skeleton stuff. And then over the next few days, I just accidentally came up with a Dream SMP character. And now I have very extensive lore for her, just for fun. And although I don't expect to get onto the Dream SMP, because I know it's 1 in 7.5 trillion chance, I still use that as a statistic. Even though I know the odds are extremely small, I do plan to turn, like, the story I wrote for Wither Quinn into an independent story. So I actually can't tell you what my limbo would be, but I did just decide on her limbo, like, 2 weeks ago. Like, right before I came back for break, I figured out what it was. Trapped underwater because I have aquaphobia and... Ooh. Uh-oh. Damn, that's... I was gonna say that's deep, but I feel like that's not the best, adjective. That is an adjective. Thank God, I thought I was wrong. You know, I was gonna say one of these days it's gonna be an enchanted golden apple and it's gonna be over, but then I remember that has happened twice on this SMP. It was in the same trip. I found 2 of them. I wasn't live. I was just mining. Did I ever show that off on stream? I have 2 of those. I have 2 enchanted golden apples that I got one time when I was just messing around off stream. I did some off-camera mining, and, yeah. If you're asking about a personal limbo, like, if it was me, the streamer, and not, like as a Dream SMP character, and not the character I've actually written. Let's see, so... I'm mining out of my peripheral vision if I missed something, and you see that? No, you didn't. Let's go! I got it all! Okay. Personal, like, my limbo. There are a lot of things it could be. I have to choose just one, don't I? Oh, me one mushroom. I added this to my stream playlist right before I went live. I just forgot to add this. Literally yesterday I was sitting and I was like, oh my god, this isn't in my playlist. Song just popped in my head and I realized I didn't have it. Forgot what it was, but I had a really cool origin idea. If you remember, let me know. I love hearing cool origin ideas. What would my personal limbo? I wonder how much information I can give without it being completely nonsensical, because there's a lot about my past that you guys don't know. Like, I've been through some shit. TM. With a little TM at the end. It's trademarked. I've never had to say that out loud, and it's objectively much funnier spoken out loud, because it's not as funny, which makes it funnier. But I've been through a lot, and so choosing just one thing that would be my limbo is very hard. Okay, the calendar would perpetually have my birthday on it. Nothing bad happened on my birthday in particular. There's just a whole story that, like, I'm anxious to tell people my birthday. It's the whole thing. What else? There would definitely be dandelions. The white puffy ones, not the yellow ones. How much of this would just be the mindscape I've imagined for myself? I would have to get that would take a lot of thinking. I would have to get back to you on that one. I think it was something for 1.18 new glass block. Oh, the what's it called? I know what you mean. I cannot think of the name of it for the life of me. Is it tinted glass? I feel like it's not, because that's what it is. But I feel like that's too easy of a name. I feel like it was something else. I don't really need a piercing book. Oh, speaking of Undertale and Deltarune songs, what is everybody's favorite Toby Fox song? Undertale, Deltarune, or otherwise? There's like anything Toby's written. What's your favorite? I'm curious. Oh, it is called Tinted Glass. Okay. For some reason, I felt like it was called something different, like another synonym. Confession, I haven't played Undertale. I haven't finished Undertale. I've seen people play it multiple times. I am currently right before the Asgore fight, because at the time I got there, I just didn't feel like doing it, and I just never went back. Okay, totally fair. I still don't know how to pronounce that one, but that's fair. That is really good. That is a cool one. My favorite Toby Fox song isn't from Undertale or Deltarune, though. I love those songs. It's just, there's one that is just... I was thinking about doing a tier list of my favorite Toby Fox songs, like, just like the hard hitters. And there's a separate, like, S+ tier for one specific song. And it is also what I consider to be Witherquin's, like, officially unofficial theme song. But I can't add it to the Witherquin playlist because it's not on Spotify, and I'm just very sad about it. I can't add Black from Homestuck to my Witherquin playlist. Literally, do not hit me up. Very constructive. Really? That's a lot easier than I thought it was. Favorite games of all time. Drawn to Life the Next Chapter is up there. I love that one. Slime Rancher and Minecraft. I think those are the three. Also, Pokemon Duel can be thrown in there just because the music came back on. I love Pokemon Duel. Rest in peace. Midnight Sweet Prince. 07 Pokemon Duel. This is the same music that was just playing that I rewound. Because I was trying to spell, I almost said the word, I was trying to spell the most recently banned Twitch word in Caesar Cipher. Wait a minute, Minecraft OCs. All of them are either Herobrine or mob humans. I had a childhood. Don't worry, I did this, like, when I got to middle school, I made a lot of like, OCs for different things. Y'all ever have that one OC that you make all the bad things happen to just for, like, angst purposes? That I had one of those characters. I'm not gonna say much about her, because I actually cannot private the thing the character's from, because it won't let me back into the account. So I don't want it to be very easily found. It's nothing bad, I just, it's kind of like an embarrassing thing my friends and I did when we were like 12. But maybe 13, I don't remember. But I will say that the character's last name was Quinn, and that's why Quinn is in my username. That's the reason. Tetri comes from Tetris, because oh, that could be added to my favorite games as well. Love Tetris, but specifically, here, I gotta move all I've got a bunch of desk stuffed animals that sit on top of this. If you're not playing Tetris on this, I don't want to see it. If you're not playing Tetris on this thing, I'm not watching. I play Tetris exclusively on that device. I hate the newer Tetris games where you can put blocks aside, or you are against somebody and the screen fills up and you try to fill up their screen. Hate all of that. That's garbage. I want real Tetris. I gatekeep Tetris. Okay, I don't actually, but I don't actually gatekeep Tetris, but I'm the kind of person who just refuses to play any other version of Tetris. Like, you can't make me. Unless I can turn off all of the new things that make it competitive or, like, stupid and easy. Unless I can turn all of that off, I'm not playing it. The amount of times I've had to play, like, an online version, and I've accidentally set a tetromino aside, I don't want to do that. The whole point of the game is to deal with the blocks you get. Like, it's the whole point. That's what you do. That's the entire game. Two main FNAF OCs that are advocates because I was FNAF 1 Origin fan. I used to RP with an IRL friend and oh lord, the angst. Oh, we did that a lot. That's where most of my that one character's angst came from. Just like us, like random non-canon shit we were doing. I was severely upset I did not have a furry phase because I cannot draw animals to save my life. I used to be really good at drawing cats, and I'm not anymore. One day I was good, and then the next day I was no longer good, and I don't know what happened. I woke up one day and tried to draw a cat, and I was like, uh-oh. I even had an MLP phase and still can't draw ponies. Dude, don't worry. I can't draw, like, anything without at least 14,000 references. Dude, you know the thing I did post the other day about, like, Witherquinn as a Dreamin' Hunter? I started that 2 months ago. And I did almost all of it on the same day. Except for the hat and the sword. And then I came back the next day to do the hat. And then every time I came back to it to do the sword, I didn't do the sword because I saw the hat and was frustrated with it and then didn't want to do art anymore. I sat down for a few hours a couple weeks ago and redid that hat. And it still didn't look good, but when I opened the app the other day, I decided that the final version of the hat was fine. Like, it was not good, but it was okay. And I just finished the rest of it, and I'm done with it. Because I wanted to post it still, because I was proud of the rest of it. It was just that stupid hat, and I couldn't not draw the hat because it's part of the uniform. My one drawing skill, hands, made me feel on a good day. Dude, that is like a superpower. I can't draw hands. There was a video, it was an artist, I saw it a long time ago. I would never be able to find it, so I unfortunately can't credit the joke, but it was like, you all say it's over for you fools when I learn how to draw hands. And it's like you know, like a little like PNG sprite, and then it cuts to like a full drawing like with hands, and it's like, then do it. Draw the hands, and they're like perfectly drawn hands. It was really funny. I didn't describe it well, but the video itself was hilarious. It made me laugh a lot. Oh my god. Every day, I go between having this song and Pandora Palace stuck in my head. Like, whenever I'm in public, I was in Walmart the other day, and every 2 minutes I switch songs. I don't know why. It's either this one or Pandora Palace. Vibe music. I'm not committed to drawing weapons. Drawing weapons is fun. Or you're never committed. No, you have. Sorry, I can't read. I've got my laptop over here with chat. That's why I keep looking away. So sometimes I misread a word. I like drawing weapons as well, but I'm not good at it. Don't know how many souls Toby sacrificed for the song to be such a big, but it paid. Dude, I loved right after Untitled Chapter 2 came out, all the memes that were like, dude, what kind of drugs did Toby put in this music? One of my favorite memes, it was the meme of the people dancing to the guy playing the violin on the side of the road. There was one with Pandora Palace, which was the one that made the most sense, but there was also one to this song, which is just funny, because they're dancing so hard to this, like, relatively, like, chill vibe song, and they're just like, And, like, honestly, yeah, same. That was literally maybe the Volts Wars theme, like, 2 minutes ago, so. Or, like, 2 hours ago. How long ago was it? Hour and a half. I listened to the Volts Wars theme up until I started stream. Like, I'm not even kidding. I stopped it right before I went live. I just couldn't stop listening to it. I would play it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. I could. I've thought about just asking Pupin if I can play it, but I don't want to bother. I don't like bothering people, so I just don't. What's the fact that Ranboo almost met BTS is fucking nuts. That was a weird day. Dude, they were wearing, one of them, I don't remember if it was Bill or Ranboo, but one of them was wearing a black hoodie and running around in California. And I was like, dude, that's just natural selection. You brought that upon yourself. You made 3 bad decisions in a row. They're like, oh my god, why am I sweating so much? I don't know, I wonder. What could it possibly be? If you're gonna be running around in that much sun, you wear a white t-shirt and shorts. You deflect as much heat as you possibly can. They also got IRL screen sniped and it was awesome. Did they really? I didn't get to see much of it. I kind of had it on in the background. I don't remember what else was going on that day. I had something happening that I had to work on. Was it the day I was coming? No, the day I was coming home was different. And I know it wasn't the day I was going back, because that was the day I missed all of the lore and got it all immediately spoiled for me by the Dream SMP members. I'm telling you right now, I've said this a couple times recently, I don't remember if I've said it on stream. If I was ever on a lore-based SMP, telling you right now, I would never tweet spoilers. The way I've thought about getting around it is that I would put spoilers in Caesar Cipher. That way, if you have seen the lore, you can decode it and see the meme. But if you haven't seen the lore, you're not accidentally going to get a notification or see it on your timeline and have it spoiled for you. You're welcome. Because I was trying to stay blind, and I wasn't going to look at any social media, and I got 14 billion notifications immediately. Where I was like, I've escaped prison. I'm dead. Whoa, shut up! I didn't see it. I was really sad that day. That was a really bad day for me. And not just because of that. I wasn't like destroyed because of Dream SMP lore, but that was part of it. What? I don't think I've actually found one of these yet. Maybe I have. Enchanted Golden Apple. That's not Enchanted Golden Apple. Either is this. Close. Close enough. I'll take it. Don't tell me Tom Holland of MCC. They are! Oh my god, no, they're... Yes, they are. I've thought about that before. They super are. Because they're like, here's this thing you're specifically not supposed to talk about. And you're like, talk about the thing? No, I said not to. Oh, too late, I already threw 2 secrets overboard. Speaking of a very blatant Gravity Falls reference I just made that you probably didn't register as a Gravity Falls reference, because it didn't sound like one. When I said I was going to do the tier list today, one of them I was going to do was Gravity Falls episodes. And I have to say, Season 1, Episode 2, Gobblewonker, the one that's from, definitely one of my favorite episodes of any show of all time. That is just the funny, I laugh every single time I watch that episode. Same with a lot of the episodes, but that one hits different. I've also got nostalgia for that one in particular, so it gets bonus points. How many people have revived two-handed... Wait, what? People have been revived two-handedly by... Ranboo lose mysteriously too. Yes, there is that theory that, you know, like, reviving exchanges a life. And I think that would be cool. However, that does also mean that Tubbo's gonna be like, hey yo, revive Ranboo. And Dream's gonna be like, okay, and then Tubbo's gonna die. And Ranboo's gonna be like, what the fuck? This is not what we asked for. So we have to be prepared for that. You gotta be ready. Because it's gonna happen. Because it won't be Tommy. because that would be too easy. It's not gonna be anybody who has more than one life. Could be Phil, but I doubt it. They would not get rid of Phil that easy. It would have to be Tubbo. Because he'd be like, Ayo, bring him back, and then it would be him who would have to, unknowingly. That's just the way things are. We have to accept that that's totally what happened. Used Rondu's lives. Favorite movies, what are they? Princess Bride. There are definitely others, but Princess Bride is like my number one favorite. I love that movie. Presses X, but what? X to doubt? Pressing X to doubt? Really? Why isn't Dream Dead from reviving Tommy and Wilbur? It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be taken from the person who's reviving. It could just be taken. It could be a choice. The person reviving could have a choice of whose life to take, or it could be random. You never know. If we're going with that theory, it could very well have been Dream's discretion to take out two of Ranbu's lives. He could have very well just chosen to do that, or it could have been random, and he could have just gotten really unlucky twice. Once Ranbu can teleport when underwater, which is not confirmed. How did Ranbu get in? Get in where? The prison? Which occasion? If you're talking about hypothetically during revival, it doesn't necessarily have to be. You could, for all we know, if we're going, again, we don't have any 100% solid evidence to say that it is an exchange of lives, so technically we don't have any rules to go by yet. It could be whoever does the reviving just gets to choose from anybody. I mean, it is a book that XD hid, so for all we know, it could have that type of choice of, like, you get an ability to do something wild with no boundaries because you have this thing that was literally gifted by a god. Or, again, it could just be random, which I honestly think would kind of suck, but, like, it would suck for the characters. Would be really fun for us, because we would never know. It would probably get old pretty quick, though, for characters to just randomly lose lives. Like, it would be a fun gimmick one time, but then after that, it would be bad, so they probably wouldn't do that, but... You know, maybe they'll do it once, who knows. Not that it's something you could only do once and not have it be canon for the rest of, but, you know, whatever, you know what I mean. We get more Ghost Blue lore because finally we get confirmations. So I'm not saying it's not valid, I'm just saying it's unlikely. Wait, what, the lives theory? That's fair, it is unlikely. However, it is possible. Like, it is something we do still have to... Oh, right, I placed that for a reason. It is still something we have to take into consideration. No, I only needed one thing of sticks. Why did I get two? I thought about it. Wait, no, never mind. I am an idiot. No, I'm right. I was right. I'm stupid. I didn't need 2 sets of planks, though. That's what I meant. I didn't need to do that. Now I have an extra inventory spot that's full. Thank you. Very cool. Could do this. But then that's not gonna help, because now I have extra... Oh, okay. The DXD cosplays are next level. They are. I like those a lot. I really like XD as a character. I always have, ever since, like, the introduction. I've said this before, Dream XD, like, and the Dream XD and George lore reminds me of that old, like, you know how every fandom has, like, that one AU that everyone subscribes to? Gravity Falls had 2 of them. One was the Reverse Falls, which is the main one, but there was another one for a little bit, back in the day. That was just the Bill is a human that happens to have some powers and just kind of does a little trolling. I loved that AU. Because it was just this dude being a little brat. I loved it. It was like Origins Ranbu, but with demon powers. That was basically like the vibe. And I loved it. XD as a character is just chaotic neutral. I don't even know if I would say chaotic neutral. I would just say chaotic. He doesn't even get the second half. He doesn't even get, like, the second part of the grid. It's just chaotic. That's it. He only gets the one. Do I need to go further down that way? Or did I already go all the way to the end? No, there's nothing. Never mind. I'm stupid. What am I doing? Hot take. Funny's nightmare lore is much cooler than George's sleeping lore. Oh, it definitely is. I wish they would do more of it. I do like that they made the George sleeping thing lore, though. I think it was really funny that it was all, like, random, like, shitpost lore that they did on April Fool's Day, but it is still technically lore. I'm not sure how much of the lore man and lore woman and floor goblin or whatever stuff is canon, but I do like the fact that they added the sleeping stuff to the canon at least. Just put minimal effort and honestly go off. It's fair, like, it's totally fair. I know I've been here, but I don't know which directions I haven't been in. Haven't been there, but that doesn't matter. I will go this way. Never mind, that didn't really yield much now, did it? Oh, never mind, it did. Oh, and there's another way. Okay, fine. Staying corrected. Oh, me when Salem from Dawn of Life plays. Wait. This is Salem, right? This isn't... Yes, it is. I haven't heard this one in a while. Like, it's played on stream, I just haven't really, like, actively stopped to listen to it in a bit. I like this joke from the election, but I'm kind of tired of it. I think it's good for lore, at least. I actually do like the concept of him just kind of passing out and sleeping for God knows how long, while Carl loses his memory and Sapnap tries to keep his family together. I really like that. He's just he's absolutely, like, out of it that during all that. I think that's kind of funny, to be honest. But I also do like the, like, because, like, logically, I know not everyone's logged on all the time. And I know they say in lore, like, who's logged on or whatever, but again, as I said earlier, I don't like the idea of addressing Minecraft in the lore. So, I like the idea of the fact that technically George is vulnerable, like, 95% of the time. That's all I'm saying. Like, not that anyone has any reason to use him for leverage, because he's not really part of the lore. But hypothetically, if it needed to happen, it very well could, and it wouldn't be out of place. That's all I'm saying. I think about stuff like that a lot. I think about hypotheticals of that kind of thing. That's why I'm one of the Dream SMP angst people. That's why I became the Volts Wars angst person. That second one was actually an accident, but I was not opposed to the title. I technically kind of gave myself the title, but it was because everyone else, including, like, the Volts Wars updates account, like, Volts Wars staff started tuning into my angst stuff, so I was like, I guess I'm the angst person, so. George Villain AUs are awesome, though. That sounds like a fun concept, however, I don't think it would ever canonically happen. However, Villain AUs, I love that. I actually have not seen a George Villain AU, but that sounds like a really fun time. I might look into that. But one thing, speaking of, like, villain stuff, one thing I never realized I agreed with until I heard Ron Bu say it was the fact that, like, villain arcs don't really make sense unless they're built up to. And so for, like, AUs, that's totally different, go nuts. But, like, in canon, I agree. But what's fun is the fact that one of the reasons I could go on a passionate, like, explanation about why Quackity is, like, one of the best written characters on the entire SMP, if not the best written, and I will stand by that. I will stand by that. I've stood by that for a year, and I will continue to stand by it. Because his villain arc was built up to from the beginning. Even before they were really doing much lore. Even before he would have had any plans to be the villain. He already started building up to it. Either intentionally, he was thinking really far ahead, or unintentionally and just got really lucky with how things happened. But, like, Quackity, I've said since October of last year, and I've stood by that as well, that Quackity is the only character that, like, really deserves the villain arc. Like, the arc, like, of going between a normal person to a villain. Not necessarily the only character that deserves to be a villain, but the only character deserves to have that transition to that. And that's because right away, first thing, joined the SMP, asked if we could join the Manberg, was turned away. No, immediately no. Decides to go for president, gets suckered into a deal that technically he should have won the presidency because he got the majority of the votes, yet Schlatt still somehow swindled him out of it. Had to deal with that. All of this... Wait, sorry, hold on. 1 second. Just gotta do the beginning part. Okay, turn it back down now. It's just, you gotta do it. It's the law. Swindled out of that, had to deal with all of that, finally deviated. And while they never really voiced too many suspicions, you could tell that they never really fully trusted that he wasn't the traitor in Pogtopia. You know, Manberg was gone again. They made, El Rapids. That didn't go well, as we've seen. Fiance is just kind of, like, fucked off to nowhere as far as he's aware, even though that's not what happened. That's what he thinks happened. In between that as well, there was the Butcher Army thing. He died. Trying to take somebody to justice. Or what was justice in his eyes. Just became angrier and angrier. And time after time, things have gone wrong, and I fucking love the way his character is written, because, like, I've said this before, I've made a video about this before, I think at least twice before, and I've talked about it on stream before, I think, but during the one stream, the, January 5th, after the, oh my god, I just played the 2 most banger Deltarune songs in a row. How could it do that to me when I'm trying to talk? Okay. I was saying a thing and I don't remember the thing. Oh, that day, right? When I paint the situation the same way every time to show it from an outside perspective rather than, okay, forget the things you know about these characters, right? Forget your opinions about them. Forget what arcs you've seen and haven't seen. Forget what they are as streamers. Pretend these are characters. No, pretend these are people you've never heard of before, okay? Go into this completely neutral. 2 children that have been best friends for years, as far as anybody can remember, almost just killed each other over a piece of plastic. One of those kids turned to the other and said that that piece of plastic was worth more than them. Oh my god, and then now it's playing Thwomp Desert. Oh my god. Playing all the good shit when I'm trying to talk about the angst. This is not fair. Okay. I've said this before, I'll say it again, every time the song comes on, I fucking think of Bishop's Knife Tricks. This is the song I had canon them dancing to in chapter 6, or it was chapter 6, right? The dance scene. This is the song, and I cannot be convinced otherwise. Anyway, right, 2 children have been best friends as long as anyone can remember, almost killed each other over a piece of plastic, and then one of them told the other that the piece of plastic meant more to them than them. Right? As everyone is reeling from that, everyone is shocked. Someone else, someone who is a known liar, gaslighter, manipulator, someone everyone knows is evil, like the true definition of evil, steps in out of nowhere and says, hey, you know this 3rd kid who wasn't involved? They're a traitor, and they hold up a book Nobody has looked inside of this book. Nobody has seen the cover of this book yet. This person, who you cannot trust ever, is holding up a random book and accusing somebody of something. He hands the book to one of the kids, who, as far as I remember, does not open the book. He's holding on to it. Everyone disperses, and someone pulls the one with the book aside and says that he's angry. And just as the kid with the book is about to agree with him, the man says, "No, I'm mad at the other kid for being a traitor." He has not looked in the book. Nobody's looked in the book. Nobody's looked at the cover of this book. There's no evidence that, one, it belongs to the kid, nor is there any evidence that anything inside of it— why did I make more torches? I already had some. Anything inside of it is actually incriminating. For all we know, it could have been grocery lists. Right? Starts not only saying he's angry at the kid, but demanding for the kid's execution. A child who they have no evidence of ever doing anything wrong. The only evidence being an unopened, unlabeled book. Or, I mean, technically it is labeled, but at the time they probably wouldn't have known that. They wouldn't have looked much at it besides just, like, seeing the cover. No evidence it's actually his, nor that it's actually incriminating. Given to you by someone whose key character signature is the fact that they lie and manipulate. And he was ready to kill somebody over it. For the first time in my entire life, I felt genuine anger towards a fictional character. And not because it was done wrong, but because it was done exactly perfectly. It could not have been better. That moment was so in character, so genuine, that even I, for a moment, forgot that it was fake. That's how good that was. And that has to be one of my favorite moments. Because it was so convincing that I, for half a second, forgot it was fake. That's how cool that was. And I will gush about that moment in the Dream SMP lore until the end of time. Because it's just so infuriatingly perfect. I love it. Let's see, this one, you know why Rambu was finally arrested. He wasn't— okay, so, what I suspect and we pretty much know happened, but we don't have 100% guarantee for this, but a few months ago, right, Rambu was like, "Ayo, put me in the prison, I think I've done bad things," and Sam was like, "You haven't, it's okay, hun, you're right, you're not going to prison." And then, fully acknowledging that he really hadn't— there's no evidence he's actually done anything wrong. And even the stuff he thinks he has done wrong, most people don't know about anyway. However, Sam needed a hostage, and Sam thought that Dream cared about Ranbu. So he went to him, someone who's anxious, nervous all the time. Someone who is alone at the time, off in the distance, that if Techno hadn't been scoping out the prison, he wouldn't have even known he was there. He wouldn't have initiated that escape plan that day. It would have taken time. It almost would have been the perfect crime. And he goes and he says, "I know what you did." He never specifies what it was. Ranbu says that he doesn't think they're talking about the same thing. And Sam says, "I think you and I both know." Never, ever says what he's talking about. He never knew anything. He was lying. And it worked. He wasn't arrested for any real reason. It was solely for a manipulative purpose that didn't work. That hostage situation didn't help Sam at all, except it gave him more— it reinforced his obsession with power. That's all it did. Maybe Dream told Sam that he blew up the community house. Even so, there's no— listen, of all the things character Ranbu thinks he does wrong, he has done wrong, of all the things any other character could have thought he had done wrong. Excuse me, sorry. Thought he'd done wrong, right? There's not one shred of evidence anywhere on that server that he actually has ever done anything wrong. And that's the best part, is that it's all based on belief and trust. There's nothing to suggest that he's actually done anything wrong except for his own feelings and feelings towards him. There has never been anything that's actually linked him to a crime. Not one. Sure, you could cite the fact that he had one of the discs that one time. However, that disc wasn't in his ender chest or some ways only he could access. It was buried under his house. Anybody could have put that there. While it is implied that he did actually do it during the Underwalk, there's technically no evidence of that. And not only do people not know about that, but even if they did, there would be no way to actually prove that he had done it. Especially knowing now that Dream has planted a trap under Tommy's house. Clearly, going under people's houses is not out of the question for him. I love thoroughly analyzing this stuff. This is why I would love to be a character on the Dream SMP. Because I would like Makoto Naegi the shit out of that. Just, no, that's wrong! Every time somebody brought up... That's why I said I'm the lawyer, judge, jury, and executioner. Try me, bitch. Both in and outside of canon. Like, I will get your ass. Then there's Connor, who impersonated military. For real. What did he say? He fought in the Mainburg War? I don't... I do really like Connor just appearing in places he shouldn't be. I really like that trope, and I hope it stays that way. Not that I don't think Connor would be good at lore, because I'm sure he would be, but I really like the idea of him just always showing up where he's not expected, and that just being the trope for the entire SMP. I think that's really funny, and I kind of secretly want that a little bit. Some bangs. The fact that Philza knew about his experiments, though, was heartbreaking and entertaining. They actually had to retcon that in, because Phil came on, while Rambo was doing lore, he came down to the basement and, like, got rid of the splash bottles, and then Rambo was like, yeah, canonically, I told him about it, off camera. Like, they had to, that was not planned, that was retconned. It was funny, though. Ooh, yay. Is this 11? It is. Cool. Used fake ID to get discounted on this McPuffies. Oh, I thought I found a lot. All for that crappy burger. Yup. Yeah. No, I love that. But no, I love, like, picking apart. This is actually how I started the summaries. I don't know how long you guys have been on my, like, how long you guys have been around, but the reason the summary started was, you know, I have to take Megalobania out of my stream playlist because I lose monetization on my VODs every time it plays. Because while Toby Fox doesn't copyright his songs, because there are so many remixes, other people copyright them. Also, the YouTube copyright system is shit anyway. I could never explain it. This is how I've always explained it for years. Danny Gonzalez, I don't remember what video it was, but he gave this explanation in a video, and I have never resonated with something more in terms of an explanation. The explanation of the YouTube copyright system is, imagine you're in school and a bully punches you in the face, and then you get sent to the principal's office, and then the principal is also the bully, and then you get expelled. That's the YouTube copyright system, because somebody can copyright you, and if you dispute it and send it for review, it doesn't go to YouTube to review. It goes back to the person who sent it to you. So they get to decide. It's so dumb. Anyway. I think I joined with the DSMP lore recaps instead because I'm a funny streamer girl. So the summary started with me analyzing just how I'm analyzing stuff now, going in depth with it, and picking it apart with, like, real analysis. It started with me doing that for Ronbu's lore. And people asked me to continue doing that, and it came to a point where every time after Ronbu ended the lore stream, immediately I would get a bunch of notifications, people saying, okay, I'm here, I'm ready, let's hear it, let's go. Like, they wanted my analysis immediately. Like, they were ready, and I was always ready to give it to them. And eventually somebody asked, hey, love your analyses, but I'm not really fully caught up on the Ronbu lore, could you sum it up for me? And I was like, sure. I had already done these things called crack summaries. I'd never done them on TikTok before. I had made a Dream SMP one on Tumblr before, actually. It was a text one, but it only went up to... It went originally up to the election, I think. And then I made another one going up to the 16th. And then I didn't do another one. But I had already done... It was a bit I had already done with my friends. I called them crack summaries. It all stemmed from this one time. The first show I did tech for was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And so one of my techie friends and I were talking about it, and we were trying to sum it up as poorly as possible. And the key point for it was I said, and then they held him at Cane Point and dragged him off into the desert. And that was just like the key moment. If I hadn't said that line, I would not be where I am today. Anyway, so I did that, and I did like a summary, you know, and people asked me to keep doing that, so I did, and then they eventually asked for just Dream SMP summaries. And then at the time, I started taking notes on Ron Boo's streams specifically because he doesn't do this as much anymore. He still does occasionally. But he will hide lore secrets or foreshadowing in his normal conversation or, like, normal chatting with chat a lot. So I would just have a thing open, and I wouldn't, like, annotate the whole stream or anything. But if he said something that sounded like it could mean something later on, I would write it down. And most of the time it didn't, but sometimes it did. And writing it down paid off. That's how I started writing the notes for all of the streams, which became exhausting and was one of the reasons I had to take a break from the summaries, was because it didn't fully take the enjoyment out of the streams, but, like, I specifically remember there was this one time there was Quackity Lore stream, and I wasn't able to watch it live, and I really wanted to watch it that night, and I couldn't, because I was too tired to take notes, and I didn't want to watch it a second time. Like, I didn't want to... Not that I didn't think it was going to be good and wouldn't want to watch it a second time, but, like, I didn't have the time to watch it a second time, and I didn't want to have to, you know, do the second time only taking notes, you know? So I waited until the next day. And that's kind of when I started to realize, like, okay, I maybe need to change my format up a little bit. And I didn't do that. I ended up taking a break. And, okay, you guys get a little inside secret since you're here. A few months ago, I recorded a video saying that I was going to suspend the summaries indefinitely. I probably wasn't going to come back to them, but it was possible, right? I forgot to post it. I was sick, and I drafted it, and I didn't feel like captioning it at the time. I found it a few weeks ago, and I re-recorded with some updates, because at the time I recorded that, I had just gotten to college. There was no lore happening. Funnily enough, literally, like, that day in class, or, like, not that day, but there was one day in class, I was like, unfortunately feel like the Dream SMP is kind of dying off. I feel like they're not going to be doing it anymore. And literally later that day, Techno did the getting into the prison stream. It was that same day. But at the time I had drafted this video, there wasn't any lore happening. And I had college going on, and I felt that it was, you know, I could take a step away from it for a while. Never posted that video. Re-recorded it recently, like right after the recent lore, and said that I might bring them back. So, I might, however, they would not be nearly as extensive as they were before. I would not, like, here, I have 2 notes still on here that I started taking before I decided to stop doing the summaries, and one of them is that Quackity stream, and I want to show you. Okay, ready? I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. I might have to turn up my brightness or turn it down, I don't know. Okay, no, you can see it pretty fine. If I do this, right? Okay, get it more in frame. There we go. I hope it's working. I can't actually see it without the delay. So I don't know if I'm actually still scrolling or if there's just the delay. No, I'm still going. That might be the end of it. No, that's it. How long did that take? It's working. Sick. Hello, Marla, how are you? But yeah. This was one part of every summary. Every stream I did that. It was exhausting. I even scared myself with the length of that document. I showed it to one of my new friends in college, like, when I got there. And he said, "You're still scrolling?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then a few seconds later, I went, "I'm still scrolling." Like, why? Place is blocked. Let's go. Wait. Oh, I do. Wait, I want to know if this is a thing that works. I've seen this before? Damn, it doesn't. I've seen before that, like, I guess there used to be a bug where you could mine things with the Silk Touch book because it had the Silk Touch effect. That might have been a Bedrock exclusive glitch, I don't know. I think it's about time to head back, don't you think? I don't know if I'm going to end or if I'm going to go on another excursion. We will decide together. I kind of feel like I kind of want to keep going, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Donald, my beloved, bro. I know. It's a random thing, but Donald's grave is still untouched. It somehow survived the bombing. Yeah, he showed it off after the stream and was laughing about it. There are literally explosions around it on all sides, but the thing itself is fine, and nobody's stolen any of the blocks from it, which is... like, that must be sacred. Donald, my beloved. But, yeah, no, if you have any other things you want me to do, like, a full analysis on, hit me. Go. I'm having fun. As long as you guys are having fun, and I'm not being annoying, I'll keep going. Revive Donald. So true, so true. Donald for Revive Book when? Also, I think that was Bedrock. Yeah, it probably was a Bedrock glitch. That sounds like something that would be Bedrock exclusive. Oh, I'm already at the surface. Okay, this way. Here we go. We have a long walk home, so I could probably discuss a whole nother topic before I get back. Give me anything you want, like a deep analysis on. I will take it. Or a completely different subject. Up to you guys. Choose. I need to learn to stop, like, singing along to the songs as much as I do. Potential of Foolish being a disgraced demigod. Love that. I think that's definitely possible and probably probable. Especially because... So, it's implied that he's lived for a really long time. One, because of, the fact that, like, he's, like, in the past, like, he was very different. But also because... there's that one thing that everyone seems to forget about. I didn't forget about it because of that moment specifically. So, this isn't me getting distracted. This is necessary context, I promise. My friends and I, we call it, the Crunchy Bean called it the CBC. We met because we were writing an AU. It was called Wither Rising. And we ended up just recently, like, pulling the plug on it because we never actually made it, but we did a lot of, like, planning for it, but it never happened, so we figured we're all busy, school years, it was like around finals, and we're like, yeah. The plot involved a wither cult, okay? Totally obscure thing that we fucking made up. I go onto the Odyssey SMP Discord server, and at one point, there was some lore I had not known happened. And Canary mentioned something about a wither cult, and I went, what? So... we have a whole channel on our Discord server, the CBC Discord, called We Did It First, bitch, for all things we accidentally predicted. That was one of them. But anyway, that lore is something people forget about a lot, including myself, because it was very small. It was, I don't even remember when it happened. I think it was after L'Manberg. There was some cleanup. They were cleaning up egg stuff, right? So it was after L'Manberg, I think. Probably would have been February or early March. Probably February. That's also another thing I shouldn't be as good as I am, pinning down exactly when something could have happened. Anyway. And he was talking with Errett, and Errett was talking about, like, old times they shared together, dealing with some wither cults. And Foolish had no idea what he was talking about. So, it's implied that either he has lost his memory in some way, or it's been forcibly removed, or he's lived for so long that he doesn't remember something anymore. I like the idea of him formerly being a demigod and having been, like, cast out, and while he remembers the fact that he's supposed to be a god, he doesn't remember, like, before. I like that idea. Eret the Queen, love them so much. We love Eret. Eret, our beloved. And again, I love my Brian characters. One day, the CBC and I we should just do a stream where we sit down and talk about how With the Rising was supposed to go, because the plot we ended up settling on was actually kind of cool, and we were very excited about it. And honestly, I would still use that plot. I would be, if the 6 of us decided to turn that plot into an independent story and change the characters, I would be so down for that. It was honestly kind of cool. Wither Rising was cool. I miss Wither Rising. Wither Rising was Miss Fern's content. I love Miss. If you don't know, Miss Fern's is Ronbu, Eret, Nikki, and Fundy. And the thing about that dynamic is that it never actually really canonically happened. It was more of just these characters would work well together and everyone adopted it. Oh my god, the horse is so tiny. Did they make them smaller? I don't remember them being that small. One of Brian characters comes from old Minecraft roleplay series that I still go back to. I don't know off the top of my head, but like that sounds very familiar. It wasn't something I personally watched, but I am familiar with it. I don't remember what it's called, but I know which one you're talking about. I think. See, I was like the Sky Does Minecraft and Team Crafted like kid. Like Adam, Ty, and Jason were my go-tos. Adam Sky Does Minecraft was actually, fun fact, the first YouTube channel I subscribed to. And I accidentally created a YouTube account by subscribing. It was the first account that I regularly, like, checked up on every day. And that was, like, the first, like, once I got older. Of course, when I was younger, there were a lot of things I wanted to be when I grew up. But as I started getting older, like, 10 and up, the first job I wanted was to be an MCYT. And while that kind of grew into obscurity at one point, that hope never died. And, well, I mean, technically I'm really not. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically I am, but I'm not, like, an actual, like, MCYT, like, certified. But, yeah, that one really came full circle, didn't it? It was called The Haunted. I don't know, I don't recognize the title, but again, I still think I know what you're talking about. Also, no, I know the horse is just a baby, but I swear they made the baby horses smaller. I don't remember them being that tiny. I could be wrong, though. I haven't seen a baby horse in Minecraft in a long time. But I swear they were, like, bigger than that before. What are we talking about? I'm lost. We were talking about Foolish and Eret, and then I started talking about Wither Rising, and then I started talking about how Adam Sky Does Minecraft is the reason I wanted to be an MCYT. Basically, 2 brothers were hunted by Herobrine and transported to an Arctic base where they met someone also hunted by Herobrine, and they are somehow transported back in time. Time Magic. It actually sounds like really interesting, actually. I'm on break. I have a lot of things I need to binge. That might be one of them. Perhaps. I might look into it. No promises, but that actually sounds kind of interesting. But, yeah, no, I do definitely, I subscribe to the Foolish is a demigod or supposed to be a god theory. Because it's gotta be. Because he did summon the lightning that one time. That wasn't like an accident. That was like, he did that. So he's got some kind of power, even if he apparently doesn't have that ability anymore. Because in the recent Foolish and XD lore, when he was talking with chat, which was kind of outside of the canon, so I'll allow it. It wasn't like he wasn't actually, like, he was chatting with chat, it was supposed to look like outside of the canon, but it was, you know, obviously, the power he was supposed to get was probably decided already, because obviously it was, because he got totem powers, and, you know, he's a totem, so, like, duh. But he was deliberating with chat, like, what should we do? And someone was like, ask for your lightning powers back. So I guess he lost them at some point. I was not aware of that. Chosen for you want to be a content creator. That's what fun because MC's straight. pronouns if that was Zach. Oh, interesting. It's so funny. I just got hit by a puberty truck. Neuro play. What was F-Mail? Sky does Minecraft and Stampy. Bro, we love Sky does Minecraft. Dude, he's coming back. If he reaches a 250K on TikTok, he's like gonna bring like MCYT content back, like real. Like he's confirmed this. Or Sky doesn't have pronouns in bio, but I think no, they recently. I think they made a post about being non-binary. However, I know that people sometimes still use other pronouns as well. So I don't know. I will refer to Sky as they for now to make sure I don't misgender somebody. Now that it's occurred to me, apologies. I should be more conscious of that. However, they might be he, they. I don't know. For rest of the stream, though. Yell at me if I do that again, because I don't mean to. Sometimes I just unconsciously. Because again, I watched Sky does Minecraft like 8 years ago, and for a long time, and so like old habits die hard, He's over 700. Oh wow, 700 episodes? Bro, I could never. Anymore. Alright, we're almost home, chat, so we have to start deciding. Do we want to keep going? Because I'm down to keep streaming. If you guys would like to. It's fine by me. However, if you guys want to go vibe somewhere else, I also am totally chill with that. It's up to you guys. Tried to use the lighting powers on the egg and could not. I assume that's what Foolish lost his powers. I just thought it was because the egg was the egg. But actually, no, I guess that makes sense. Because, okay, one thing, I was actually talking about this to myself today. I'm a verbal thinker, so I like say things out loud to myself. One thing I was talking about specifically was how the egg lore is some of my favorites. Or some of my favorite. I mean, obviously, Dream and Hunters is my favorite arc, but, like, overall, like, big arcs, the egg power lore is my favorite because it was really interesting, and I really liked that the egg could be overpowered without being overpowered. You know, it was overpowered but not in an unrealistic way, because it could be damaged, but then it would learn. So, like, if you tried TNT one day, you could do some damage, but if you tried it again a few weeks later, it wouldn't do anything because it would have adapted. So I like the idea that technically, if you could figure out how to do it, you could take it out. However, you better figure it out fast, because once you try something, if it doesn't work, it'll never work again. There's water! There's water! See, that's happened to me before. I was kind of pressing W, but that I was not on the block. Another time I was... One time off camera, Maddie was online and I just kept dying while trying to make the elevators. It was objectively kind of funny. I need to stop saying objectively kind of funny. But there was one time where I just pressed W, and like that time I actually got into the block, and I was an idiot, and that was acceptable. But that time was not. I was not on the block. I was in the water. Jin is in jail. Yeah, I saw the name Jin Bop, and I was like, oh, did something happen with him? I actually don't remember what happened with Jin Bop. But yeah, if it's a sensitive topic, then don't. I just I knew something had happened. I don't remember what. I don't know if I even ever actually knew. I just heard that something happened with them, and everyone was like, okay, bye-bye, gone forever. We're not letting that happen again. So I'm not gonna question. You know, if that's what happened, then that's what happened. Honestly, fair. Sorry for the dark topic. No, you're good. My Spotify Wrapped said this was the song I listened to the most this year, which is bullshit. It cuts off on Halloween, so it didn't get my, like, month and a half after that of constantly listening to Pebble Brain on repeat. So it was like, yeah, you liked this song a little bit, and I was like, yeah, okay, I did, but there were a lot of other songs. It said I'd listened to this song more than The Moss. The Moss! The Moss that we make jokes about me listening to for hours at a time because I do that. That's a real thing I do. That's a CBC thing we used to do, and I still do that. Alright, so as we put this stuff away, what's the sitch? What are we feeling? Are we feeling more stream, or are we feeling tired? Because I'm both, so I could go either way. Oh my god, Mew and Dummy. Mew and Dummy from Undertale. The song goes so hard, like, literally has no business. I mean, of course it does, because it's a Toby Fox song, but still. Do it. No bash. Most listened to artist was Corpse. That's up good. Yeah. I hate the ads on Spotify are almost worse than YouTube. I specifically got Spotify Premium because I was going on a long trip, and it was a long trip to another state, and also, like, in the middle of a forest. It was a camping trip, and we were also going to be, like, in a cave. And the last thing I wanted was to get an ad and have the connection be lost, and then not be able to listen to music because the ad wasn't working, so I bought Premium that day, or, like, 2 days before that trip, and I've just had it ever since. I tried to upgrade to a student account so I could get the discount, but it wanted, like, a copy of my transcript or something, or, like a student file that I didn't have because I'm not the university, so I am still paying extra every month. Dream Must Be his music genre was bullshit. I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was good for, like, actual Dream SMP shit to be labeled as Dream SMP, but I heard that, like, Lemon Demon was labeled as Dream SMP. Like, I'm sorry, Neil Cicerega is not on the Dream SMP. I know Ron replays it a lot, but I didn't think that was really fair. But I stuff like Derivacat and, like, CG5, songs that were specifically Dream SMP. Getting that label, I think, was fine. But the fact that it just decided other creators were also Dream SMP when they probably haven't even heard of it, I thought was kind of strange. TikTok is people sharing their awesome OCs. Dude, I love seeing people's OCs. Mew and Dad battle. Wow, I just got a flashback to Odyssey doing this. I miss Odyssey. Odyssey was good. I don't know, I know I messaged on my Discord server about it, but I don't know if I ever talked about it on stream. I was the one who pulled the plug on Odyssey. I had to do it. Because I'm usually, whenever friends and I are on a Minecraft world, I'm usually the last person to leave because of hyperfixation. And at the moment I realized I wasn't even playing on it anymore was the moment I realized I had to. It was over. We are gonna do a stream sometime where we talk about the lore. We just haven't done that, because I was going through some shit TM, and again, see, the TM joke doesn't work out loud, but I didn't even do that on purpose. This is instinctual. But yeah, we were gonna talk about the Odyssey lore. We actually had some cool plans. What was also cool about Odyssey was the fact that I didn't even know. I owned the server and I didn't even know the extent of all the lore. Like, Mutt's lore, I still had no idea what they planned to do, like, at the end, but I was thoroughly enjoying the lore they were doing. Like, I was watching the same as everyone else. Like, I was trying to figure it out too. I had very little inside information on that, and I should ask about that. I would really like to see what the plan was, because it was really cool. Yeah, we had some cool plans for Odyssey. going through shit relatable. Things are made with the idea of I guess songs that have nothing to do with it, like Heat Waves was just not good. Was Heat Waves? That totally checks, but did they actually consider Heat Waves a Dream SMP song? Did they really? That's not even fair. It can't do that. Did they really do that? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I assume Sweater Weather then was also probably on there. I'm sure some High School Musical songs are also probably on there, thanks to Carl Karaoke. Kingdom Hearts stuff because of Tales, maybe? Undertale. I'm sure Fallen Down was considered Dream SMP. Able Sisters. Poor Glass Animals, they did not deserve that. They made, Glass Animals themselves made, like, DNF jokes sometimes. I don't know if they fully knew what it meant, but they tweeted about it, like, at least once, and then I saw a video about merch they sold one time, and it was, like, Heat Waves, and it was, like, blue and green, and it was like, okay, that could have been an accident, but then the next year it was literally, like, the red, the red and white shirt, which could still technically be an accident, but there's no way you choose that iconic shirt on accident when talking about, or, like, when referencing something that are two people that are related to, I don't know how to speak English, but there's no way that was an accident, even though it wasn't about Tommy. The fact that, like, that happened did not seem like an accident. Like, it seemed like they knew the target demographic, and knew that even if it wasn't the same person, that it would still hit, and it did. Lemon Demon and some Undertale songs were also Dream SMP. I know Lemon Demon was. I know, like, every, like, Neil Sorega song was considered Dream SMP. I thought that was really strange. I would honestly be, like, if I was an artist that had never heard of, like, a Minecraft server, and my music had been classified as that thing, like, that, like, as if it was for that, I would be kind of pissed. I'd be like, I'm not associated with that, don't pretend like my music was made for them, like, specifically. But, like, anyone can enjoy it, but don't pretend like they commissioned it or that it was them that did it, you know? I would be kind of mad, to be honest. I mean, it is funny, but I don't think, it's probably not funny for the actual artists who wrote the songs, to be real. I'm sure maybe one, like, honestly, Neil Sorega probably thought it was funny, if he found out about it, but everyone else is probably not very happy about it. It's kind of funny, though. I totally forgot about that. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's really funny. I mean, I guess any song or artist referenced on the Dream SMP is in that category, I'm sure. I'm sure anything like Wilbur or Lovejoy was considered Dream SMP, even though none of it's about the Dream SMP. I'm sure Life by the Sea was considered Dream SMP. I'm sure, like, all of it. Road Trip. Mask. Okay, Mask might be passable as a Dream SMP song. It's to somebody who doesn't know better, they might think that's what it's about. It's not, but... And then, yeah, no, all of those songs are probably all classified as Dream SMP just because they were written by Dream SMP members, I'm sure. Which is more fair, but still not fair. Mask was on the heckin' news, man. Okay, that clip, sorry, I just got whiplash, okay. Sorry. That clip of Mask on the news, reminded me of this, I don't know if I can play it, because it is a news report, but it's this news report, and they're talking about COVID and everything. I'll pull up the song, I won't pull up the actual clip, because I don't know if I'm allowed to play it, but I will pull up the song, right? No, not, one typo changes. Okay, hold on, let me see how fast I can pause this before it starts playing. Okay, good. So, imagine you're watching the news, and they're talking about COVID, and they're like, this is, you know, as life returns back to normal and whatever, and they show pan shots of the beach, and people on the beach, and you hear this. This really happened! This is real! This happened on the news one time. They were talking about COVID and they started playing fucking Sans from Undertale. Which, I mean, if you were looking at the shots they were showing, made sense. Kind of. because it was like a beach, and I guess it could be like mistaken for a beach song, but somebody either got a raise or got fired. It was one of the two. There's no in between. Seen your Tommy your lip sync video. I have. How did they find that? How did they find another one? Jump in the Cadillac. Did that? Wait. Did That's What I Like, was that classified as a Dream SMP song? I have to know. Is that why you guys started singing it? Please tell me it was. How do you check what songs? Do we just have to go off of what people got, or was there like a list somewhere? Because I have to know. I have to know. Oh my god, wait. Let's see if I can find a list. What is Dream SMP music genre? Is there just a list? Wait, come on, please tell me there's a list. No, please give me a list of the song. Please, just... Wait. Come on! I just want a list of all the songs. I'll look into it, and I'll see if I can find anything. But I've gotta know. Because there's no way that if Lemon Demon being played in the background of Ronbu streams made it Dream SMP, if made every single one of his songs Dream SMP just because Ronbu likes the artist and plays his music a lot, then there's no way that That's What I Like didn't make it on there. It has to. When the chicken crossed the road. Dude, I love how everyone was like trying to figure out, and Phil was literally doing the fucking Phil literally made this face the entire time. And he was literally going if Lemon Demon was, I think Cadillac was too. It had to be. There's no way it wasn't. Oh my god, so wait. Now that the music's off, right? Do you hear that? Actually, that's really unfortunate. Hold on. Okay. Do you hear that? My fish tank is not plugged in. For the first time, like, ever, my room is dead silent. And I don't like it. There are no longer any fish in the fish tank, and it's at, like, half. It's half full. So it was a lot louder than usual, and it actually picked up on the mic, so I had to unplug it. But again, obviously, there aren't any fish in there, so I'm not endangering any live animals by doing that. But it's empty now, but there's still water in it, and it has to keep going to make sure that, like, algae doesn't get, like, gross and shit, because we haven't been able to get it out yet. But I had to shut it off for the stream because it was too loud, but now it's too quiet, and I don't like that either. Just hear some white noise? Yeah, exactly. That's it. You know, is Sans even in this playlist? Because I realize I don't think I've ever heard it play. Hold on, let me try to add it and see if it works. Oh my god, it wasn't there. Okay, well, next stream, Sans is gonna start playing at some point. Are your fish dead? Unfortunately, we only had a couple left, and there was an issue with the filter, when I wasn't home because I was at college, and my dad was at work, and we were trying to figure out, I was trying to explain over the phone how to do this thing with the filter, but unfortunately, it didn't really work because, I mean, I couldn't really explain over the phone, and the filter wasn't properly set up, which wasn't really anyone's fault. It was just unfortunate timing, because again, I was 3 hours away, my dad was at work, and obviously we were the two who worked on a fish tank, so my mom was like, I was just trying to give instructions. There were a couple left, and they did end up passing away, unfortunately, but, why does it keep doing that? It just randomly yells at somebody and deletes all of their messages in chat, and I don't get why. I can't turn off Nightbot because I am a female streamer, and if I turn off Nightbot, people will be able to spam shit. Literally my test stream. Before my actual real official first stream, my test stream that I did to just make sure everything worked, I got botted. So, I can't turn off Nightbot. Otherwise I would, because that's bullshit, and I'm really kind of pissed about the fact that it's, oh, Wapo song again. I'm really kind of pissed that I keep doing that, though. I'm sorry, man. I don't know why I got rid of all of your messages for no reason. But yeah, we unfortunately do not have any fish anymore. It is kind of sad. There was one fish in there. I had this little sucker fish. He was like this big. And we would always keep thinking he died, because he would just disappear, like, for months. And then suddenly he would just show up, like, what up? It's a 20-gallon tank, where are you hiding? Like, for years, genuinely, I think I had that fish before I got to this house, and we moved here 8 years ago. So for 8 years, he would just, like, disappear. You know how fucking, the only way I can explain this, fucking, you know how canonically on the Dream SMP Techno just, like, disappears for a while, and then shows back up, and that's, like, just a thing they've all accepted? That was our reality with that fish. He would just disappear, and we'd be like, okay, well, we'll see him in 4 months, and he would show up a few months later, and then go. Where did he go? But yeah, no, it is unfortunate, but they were kind of, a lot of them were kind of old anyway, and my parents were thinking about, like, once the fish died off, they were gonna get rid of the fish tanks and I'm not home anymore, which was fair, but they weren't gonna, you know, there was no conspiracy to get rid of the fish. It was just unfortunate timing. Fish just moving like sand. He really did! He would just disappear! Okay, anyway. He was literally, like, this big. I don't know. Every other suckerfish I've had grew. Like, they grow, and they're big, and this dude was, like, the tiniest thing. And I mean, he blended in with the stuff, but you would still be able to tell that he was there. But no, he was just, like, gone. I think he, like, actually phased out of existence. I don't know how he did it. I miss the fish, too. I do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because having it unplugged, right, I can hear how silent. I have to have noise in my room. And, like, when I'm sleeping, I have my fan on, which is fine, but when I'm not sleeping, it's dead silent in here now. And, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna plug it back in after the stream, because, again, we don't want anything being gross in there, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was opposed to the idea of getting rid of the fish, but I understood why they wanted to, because I wasn't here anymore. White noise machines, I used to use, actually, but it's not the same as, like, the water noise. I was way off. Don't ignore that. I did not hit any of those beats properly. But yeah, no, I'm gonna miss the fish too. When I get my own apartment, I'll probably get, like, a small fish tank. But then again, I don't know if I would be good enough at, like, handling the problems, because I don't wanna, you know, like, I wasn't my dad usually took care of the fish tank. I would help sometimes, and I knew kind of the gist of stuff, but I didn't do it myself, and I would be afraid that if I got a fish tank on my own, I would mess something up, so. Mood, more upset. Things need to be dead silent for me. I just cannot resonate. The idea of something being completely dead silent is so, like, even when it's freezing, like in winter, I have my fan on. One, because my room gets really hot, but two, because if I don't have it on, it's dead silent here. I mean, usually the fish tank is on, but that's still not enough. I have to have both, usually. And in my dorm, I have my fan as well. But that doesn't have a fish tank, but that's okay, because there is banging in the walls and ceiling to replace the fish tank. I don't know if I've mentioned that on stream before, but my dorm, literally, the heating It's got like an actual boiler. And at random times, there will be actual bang. I've described it, the way I describe it is, imagine, okay, you're in a room, and inside the ceiling, you can hear somebody with like a sledgehammer, like repeatedly banging on something. And then you hear another person with a rusty machete scraping against a car door inside your ceiling, and there's also a raccoon running around. That's what it sounds like in my dorm. And it can range from very quiet for 30 seconds to extremely loud for 30 minutes. Random times in the day. Whenever it wants to. It has woken me up 2 nights in a row. When it started, it woke me up at 5:30 and 6 a.m. 2 nights in a row. And on top of it, my bed is lofted. So here's my face, right? Here's the ceiling. That looks like about right. Yeah, it's about as much room as I have. You can't even see. Okay, I'm off camera. It's like, okay, the top of the frame to the bottom of the frame of the camera. I did that backwards. Maybe I should stop streaming. I think I've lost my mind. I'm having fun, but I'm no longer coherent. But yeah, no, it's like right by my face. So I'm against the wall here, and the ceiling's like right here. Right, if I'm like this. Loud banging. Brilliant, beautiful. Generation! No! I didn't even see that, like, in-game. I saw that in the replay. Hello, Jen. Generation real. Okay. I might end stream. It has been almost 3 hours. As much as I'm having fun, just vibing, I have actually, like, lost my mind. I don't speak this language anymore. Nothing I've said over the past 20 minutes has made sense. Generation exists arc. That's the lore for this server. Generation's here. It's fine, go ahead and stop. Yeah, no, I get it. I am hoping to stream again tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be streaming. I don't really have any goals on this SMP right now, besides just mining. I don't have anything to work towards, so I need to figure that out. Okay, yeah, no, now the tiredness hit. Okay. That was my first yawn all stream. I made it this long without yawning. I'm surprised. It's 1 a.m. for you. Go to bed. Go to bed. Oh, it's too early. Okay. You know it's bad when twice in a row I get the beat wrong on a song. That's when you know. That's when you know I'm out of it. Okay. I'm going to stop streaming. I'm probably going to hang out on the world for a little bit. Who are we going to send you to? Let me refresh, see who's live, because I haven't refreshed this whole time. Okay. Country Tired Arc. So true, Jen. You know what? I think I'm going to let you guys loose. You can go watch whoever you'd like or go to bed, as I will probably be doing in a couple hours here. It's only 10:45 here, and knowing me, I'll be super tired, and it'll be like 12:30, and I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna play Minecraft for like 2 minutes, and then it's 2 a.m. So I will either be in bed in an hour and a half, or I will be in bed never. So we'll see. But yeah, thanks for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. Sorry I was kind of all over the place. Was my first stream back, and I had a lot of thought to talk about, and then also we went on a tangent about different character analyses for the Dream SMP, which I always love doing, so. Oh. And we got Cyberworld to send us out, so. I will see you guys soon. Either tomorrow or maybe the day after, depends on how things work out. Okay, I got one. It'll be soon. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm just doing the finger guns as placeholder. Okay, That's gotta be it. I gotta be done. Have to be. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. I was gonna say I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm so tired. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the stream. I'm not even doing the salute or anything. No. That was... that was just... that was just a failure on my part. And I'm accepting that. So, I'm not even going to do the real outro. I have to live with the fact that that's how the stream ended. Okay, I will see you guys later.